calling it.
Well, we already said that.
ASTER, are they deciding on much at this point? It's probably a 3 Doom, but I could see it as a 4. Monkey into a core roll. That could be done. It is, you know, be remiss if we didn't mention China Doom.
Right.
I wouldn't say Doom has much of a like big identity in either NA or Europe, but for years, China just loved Doom. They play Doom all the time. They play it in various roles.
Right. I think that Eastern Europe had a pretty strong presence as well for a while, particularly like the had it as a great insert blade. I always remember that being a thing. But you're right. Like
I mean, things like in pubs.
Yeah,
like not even teams.
Yeah,
like their pubs have like just Doom everywhere for some reason.
Right. That's a fair point. I want to see again for anybody that Bobica Monkey, such a classic, something that we kind of anticipate them coming out with, but we're not sure. It doesn't necessarily have to be. But Borax definitely very, very knowledgeable on the hero. Taking a long time with this last ban. I'm assuming trying to decide between Snapfire and something. Usually when you take this long for a ban, you don't take the obvious ban. You're going to run something else weird.
Radiant's turn to
snap.
Oh, because the Tiny's still in.
Exactly.
So just ban Tiny. You want Tiny? I guess they could want Tiny. They could just pick the Tiny out of this phase. So they could go Tiny. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel.
5 seconds.
So OG are picking Tiny now.
So?
Tiny, I mean, that's what worked so well before, right?
The only thing is that
I guess they won't know their matchup.
The other
until
thing,
very end.
If they go Tiny now, then you could potentially Snapfire as Aster, and I feel like Snapfire Doom strongly. I think that there's still a lot of flexibility. I get you. I hear you.
It's Radiant.
Strong.
And the Luna. Don't want a similar hero to Clinks, right? They would say, like, we want to play this style of Dota with a bunch of stacks and ancients, and we're going to farm them. We don't want you to at least not to do it as well as we're going to do. And so, well. So. Perhaps reflect a Doom with Lotus, but also maybe steal one too. They could outnumber your Dooms if they do a Lotus and a steal.
You get Doom.
10 seconds.
You steal Doom.
There's a couple here like that versus Ruby. Bad. Doctor.
Aster now down. Of a Rubik and a Tidehunter. Feels like it could be a good Wraith King game, but I feel like a Wraith King with you support and a Doom position 3 feels a little weird to me. It's like too almost.
That's a 5 they go.
Weird.
I think the issue is like it doesn't feel like you can go Disruptor. Because like, you think about another hero versus Tide, but that's kind of why you pick the Doom. So should you really double down? But Tree, well, I'm not a fan of the Tree 4s. That has not been convinced. But going for the Tree 5 means that they have quite a few options for their 1. And without having last pick, they want to grab one of these very secure mid laners, right? That there's 2 bans left on OG. Let's say they took like Terrorblade or Spectre instead of this Lina, then there's a good chance you just see like Queen and Lina banned. So they want to grab that Lina. There's still some options here in terms of flexibility. This doesn't even have to be a mid Lina. Theoretically, be a 1 Monkey, a 4 Lina, a 3 Doom. That's lane.
That's what I was kind of thinking about, and then you just like go Towers alive. Strong carry out of the mid.
It's Dire's turn to ban.
So, actually,
Beastmaster.
Oh, no tail Tide or no tail Beastmaster. We're getting some sort of a mix of 5. Could also be the Tops and Tidehunter mid again, right? The Sumail Clinks.
There was a time. There was a time.
10 seconds.
Sumail.
There's
no way that happens.
The Fada style. Yeah. The mech. Mech's cheap again, guys.
I could see Tops in playing B. I couldn't see Sumail playing Master with the way that this.
Depending on what the matchup is, they wind up throwing the Tide there instead anyway.
Yeah.
And also, Tiny is still.
Oh, we saw the tops and Tide.
Yeah,
Is that what you're
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. Yeah. One of the 2 games, I believe, versus Alliance. I think he played Tide in one and Tiny in the other.
Watching like pubs stuff. Who was it that saw that went the Tide Hunter?
I believe that was Ame.
What's Radiant's ban plan anyway?
3-3 was who I was thinking of.
Oh, he rushed it first and he used it for the Dispel as an
Yeah,
offlaner.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, that was 3-3. That was sick. That was a cool build. Shout out to 3-3. Nice build. Satanic early in the right game. That was nasty.
Right
10
now,
seconds.
ban out the Nature's Prophet. I like that ban a lot. Playing this true
5 seconds.
sort of one where you don't get heroes that can all in your towers and just don't like.
Hater?
I'm a
Lena hater?
I'm a super big. It
It's
just feels like
Dire's
so
turn.
like gankable and fragile. In
Okay,
late
what if they
stages of the
pick
game.
Faceless Void, though? This is a good Void game. You'd have Chrono. You'd have double bubble between like having Chrono as well as Overgrowth. Then you'd have some help with the
It's
Wukong's
Radiant's
command.
turn.
It gives Lena an easy way to hit.
I like
Wow,
the
damn.
draft more.
Yeah, but if Lena has setup, Lena's good.
That's fair.
It's Dire's turn to pick.
You ban that Spectre. I think
That's smart.
I thought it would be Spectre as some other big heavy. Oh,
Terrorblade.
Terrorblade, yeah. Terrorblade's not as good. Sure, probably some.
10 seconds.
That Ags build has just been ridiculous.
It's Radiant's pick.
Oh, of course.
They're just like, yeah, okay, we'll just grab a Tiny. And then, oh, gee, yeah, we know you're picking Tiny. Oh, I love
Jeez.
Dota. Such a saucy pick right there. They had so much time.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we know. Thompson with DK. But it's kind of a scary lane, right? Some minus hammer from the some right click lane. But it will be X Doom and famous Monkey. He's got enough in the tank to give them game number 2 as well.
Me in a weird position. 'Cause I feel like contested heroes are going to be throughout this entire tournament is going to be Tiny.
Yeah.
Aster got them both.
Yeah.
I also feel like Tide Hunter and Clinks
talking
are
to
like
me?
insanely strong as we get Kyle in the ear there. And I kind of feel like they're going to be the ones with higher win rates than both Monkey and Tiny together. So I feel like OG should win this. I don't know. But at the same time, how do I bet against Monkey? Not take.
Tell you what I see. 9 heroes with some sort of a.
Okay. So who does?
That's pretty hype.
That is
Just
okay.
just Clinks. The only one. Right, I'm counting Overgrowth. Guys, I just have to. I'm also counting Warsaw.
Sick.
So 5 stuns versus 4 stuns, easy Dota.
The Dota.
I mean, Aster just.
So game number 2, Aster just gonna win it. We already called that OG was gonna win it, so take wherever you feel like it as we go into this one. Several of the most picked and most banned heroes throughout the entire tournament. You made to let through the entire draft phase. I feel like that's a little bit of a flex by OG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like take your Monkey King, take your Tiny.
Let's
We don't
see what
care.
we got. You know, obviously you're coming to a tournament expecting those heroes to be on the enemy team potentially.
Tell what ends up happening. Go into this one, and of course, one of the big things to watch for will be can they build up those stacks for Sumail and eventually take them down.
Yeah, we could run you guys through the game plan. If you missed that game, pretty much OG are extremely keen on getting as many ancient stacks as you can imagine for a Maelstrom rushed place. And that's really all there is to it. And the way that they accelerate this Clinks is unlike anyone else at the tournament in terms of like how much they're dumping into their position 1. His XP is just absolutely out of control. And he just scales very, very quickly. Now, we didn't get a chance to talk about this because it just kind of happened snap pick at the end of the draft. But a Dragon Knight coming out this late, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Not a hero that is getting a whole lot of love these days.
No, but I think it fulfills very much the same role that we did that made it so strong before, which was that like point, click, stun, and just get it done. And also a hero that very rarely is going to lose the lane and end up in a terrible position. That being said, there is some danger with the Lina. Lina, a hero that can put on a ton of hurt, particularly if things get a little bit too far forward. But I would imagine Thompson will be fine.
Looks like he's 2-3 so far at TI.
Okay.
Yep. 2 wins coming from Elephant and IG.
Sorry, friend.
Let's see. Yeah, I think they just need like the jump in stun, right? This way, the Tide obviously is gonna have a very hard time going in first because it's a support Tide. Pretty unlikely to be itemized towards a Blink Dagger on the early this game. So Thompson's job will be to go in there, garner some vision for the squad, can also of course capitalize on the vision potentially of the Beastmaster and just get like straight up good initiations, deleted kills. But sometimes you gotta go in a little bit blind, and DK's a great hero for that.
So you can just pop that ulti, got the range. It sort of feels like what we saw from the commanders recently as well.
Yeah. And particularly when you have this persona.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Gives you strength.
Raise the moon. Toss says.
I need some Mirana games. I didn't hear that spammed. That's a worthwhile investment.
So at least now, we talked some about the monkey support role. Seeing it go up against the Tide Hunter, kind of interesting there. And there is a lot of potential for damage, but he's already used his Boundless Strike, dodges some of that damage with the Mischief, but will need to retreat away. Dodged both projectiles, Gush and the right click. Time.
Damn.
Cool.
I will say the Monkey King feels pretty good. We talked about an Ogre as a support, and that was one of the heroes that, like, even when the Monkey King support was bad, you could get away with it. Just because of, like, how Ogre wants to play and trade in the lane. And I think the support Tide you can get a lot of that same value with. But in this case, only when the Clinks isn't sitting there ready to also contribute, obviously. Because with some minus armor, you don't really want to mess with the Tide too much if Clinks is helping out.
Be very painful. And those right clicks that come through, they just hit that much harder. White Album now going underneath K's tower.
Good happening to Radiant's middle
Force out a
tower.
couple of there maybe. Less. One thing that I feel like we've seen as a struggle over the past couple of days has been Lina's and the inability to make rotations. Find secure kills pretty easily. Soxa gonna take some extra damage there. Push back. Trouble pulled away. Right clicks won't be enough to down that tree. But that's something that I'm maybe a little bit concerned about.
Yeah.
If they can actually sort of connect for kills with the Lina.
I guess ever since that item build of just like straight up Yules has gone out of favor, it's felt like a struggle. It used to feel so simple. You just grabbed a rune, went, tossed someone up, they just died.
Longer.
But everyone wants to abuse the ridiculous right click she can have because, in some of the Fury crafting done, of course, she can be one of the best carries in the entire game. Right. When you do purchase up those big damage items, and so leading from the bots and the BKB lets you go into that path so much sooner than like some crazy late game, like 90-minute transition, right?
Yeah. One, of course, then the problem that you're in. Who's actually making moves on the map, and is anybody able to do it? Like, sit back and farm time. Based upon OG's lineup, I don't think that they're going to allow him to do that. That's the other good thing about this DK is Limp's going to get pulled back in.
Bottom lane as well.
All the trees. Borax gets the first blood on a no-tail, but on the other side, OG able to claim one in exchange. So a 1-for-1 trade across the maps.
Yeah, meanwhile, while this Tide's gone, now Borax gets the moment just like run him down. The Jingu stacks, trade a little bit back there too.
Radiant structures.
Very big win for them down bottom to grab that kill. And then also all that punishment there. Now, this Courier, no chance of dying too, so the boots will be delivered. Borax, that changes your game completely for Monkey King, right? Like doubles your effectiveness basically if you have boots and the enemy support doesn't.
Super annoying to play against. Makes it not much harder for no-tail here.
He's got 50 MS over. It's like straight up just gonna jump all over him. You think Monkey, like without the boots, has done a lot, but Borax, he really values this early.
They're going on to Sumail. Oh, good slowdown there. That was needed. Instead, they turn their sights on the no-tail, needs one more hit, builds up that regen. 4X, dodges
that
it.
was so good.
Mischief's still pretty good.
So now after this game, every Monkey King's gonna start buying brown boots, by the way. 'Cause they all don't buy it. And all it takes is one game from Bulldog and they'll be like, buy boots? We got like 40-minute monkeys with no boots right now.
They gotta run away. Tree armor, keeping them survivable though.
Real talk though, it's all about what support you're versus. So
Okay.
I think that this is why it's so valuable here. I think it's an excellent read. It's a heavy investment, right? That's a lot of gold for a support player. Sumail down bottom. He's almost dead. He is dead. Whoa! You know, it's a move. This ain't your grandpa's Doom, all right? This guy's got phase boots and ring of protection. He has armor, all right? Common misconception. This guy, he's back in the armor department. A couple of those, you know, literally unkillable patches later. Hero's very scary.
It's incredibly strong. Doom is one of those heroes too that, like, you know, if you get off to that hot start, and particularly like make these kills happen before level 6, it'd be deadly. Some trouble. Well, they make the rotation over, but the tree armor again.
You need this kill, man.
Dude, making the moves. The haste rune, they're trying to find this finish. White Album does a little juke, hide around, let him. Laguna Blade comes out, gives him the high five, and then the stun, the follow-up chase down. Wants to get him, but can't quite.
And it, man, that haste rune, so close to running out too. That ends just a moment sooner. He gets caught there.
Yeah, I'm still looking at this OG lineup and seeing the potential for ramp up and how quickly they can take down towers. But so far, ASTER looking good, and even gonna Doom down bottom. XXS just runs him down under the tower.
Around my neck.
Early free kill with Doom, all right. And that Midas is getting pretty close here, about 1,000 gold away.
Hobson? I guess that he's fine.
Yeah, he's just trading main Sumail. Sumail can now play a little bit closer to the Ancients and just be a bit safer in this mid lane, I feel.
I mean, something was needed because
Courier
couldn't be there anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want Boots Thompson? Because this
Not gonna happen. But it's done. White Album.
Yo, ASTER.
ASTER.
Another big lead early. 5-1 on the kills and a scared Thompson.
I mean,
huddling under the tower.
This is scary. This is a real big problem. OG, not where they want to be here in the opening of day 2 groups. Like, I don't know. You end up losing 0-2 to ASTER. Suddenly, you start to, like, it was looking easy peasy for them. But there's some danger about, like, you know, having to go in through the lower bracket.
Well, the key for them now will be finding this ramp-up strategy they've had with the Clinks here. So, oh, he can't even get the stack off right now, actually.
I mean, that's still a lot of gold for him, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
He's a little bit too busy with these camps, waiting for the next barrage. Can't handle the Ancients at the same time. And he is close to Maelstrom, so soon.
Boka gonna scout these out. Borax moving around this area. Yeah, so now...
look at this XP split, though.
Yeah, if he can get some of that on the Monkey King.
Oh!
All right, well, I think Borax should be fine. Oh, no, he's in trouble.
In, dude.
Now, Boundless Strike, does he get it? Oh, it hits on all the creeps, too. Wait a minute, he might just kill Sumail. Bobica trying to find the finish here, but the slowdown comes
please don't die after all this.
Oh, man. They try and bring him down. Eventually, they will.
That was going to be the sickest highlight ever.
That would have been so amazing.
This guy's brain is a little too big. It starts swelling.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, they need to bring in No-Tail to help out. No-Tail's the same level as Sumail. That's not a good thing.
No, it's really
OG.
not.
Do Radiant want their middle tower?
This is the saddest farm I've ever seen.
Tangoing, like what?
Just like, can I barrage this thing yet? Like, please give me a Maelstrom. Oh, nice. Ocean Heart. Now let's go sit in the river.
Dire's top tower.
Oh, what is a boy to do? Well, teammates are going to go up top and pressure this tower. Dragon from Thompson. Counter pressure on the bottom lane. It's only one hero. It's XXS, so that is a bit of a win for ASTER. It's only a win, though, if they actually do something about this triple siege. And with their Train Protector, you hate losing towers, but this one's gone. And a Hawk was spawning on him. I think he's gone.
Just going to walk away from that one. In the mid lane, they were able to take the tier 1 tower also. So White Album making action happen. Again, like the biggest comeback. Freaking Michael Jordan moment.
He's wrong.
Flu-like symptoms. Coming back and saving the day for Aster.
Did Radiant's bottom tower just fall?
There you go. Monet, though, does eventually get a tower for himself, so very well done.
Minutes. 1,000 gold lead. Aster trying to control this side of the map. OG. Hobson is sort of inhabiting that like Beastmaster-esque role. In this lane pushed out. Seb is the actual Beastmaster hiding away. You okay there?
Yeah. You know, they have a Beastmaster, so it's cool, but
No, I mean,
Seb's like, I got this one, guys.
It's like, I want to do it for a little. I don't want to play DK. Who wants to play DK?
I don't know how fast they clicked it, or how fast they clicked it. Clearly, he did.
That's true.
He's into it. So back towards the mid tower. Seb is going to wrap from the jungle. They actually planted this ward on their first attempt on the tower when they tried to dive onto the Lina, and it's been sitting there the whole time, giving them lots of good vision around it. So they know there's not a lot of defense currently planted here. Heroes now arrive. There is a Doom, and another great cut.
Dude, they saw him jump into that tree. What? The bait. It was all a bait. It was a ploy. They jump in. The Ravage connects onto all 5 heroes. And that might stop this. Yeah. I mean, Aster keeps the tower alive.
I feel like I'm okay with that trade. Support ultis.
Yeah.
All that matters is saving this tower, though. With the living armor, it is maxed right now. You do not want to lose your mid tower at 11 minutes. You can't. No way. Don't let it happen.
For Aster. Hold on. They all spread out again and
Dire are
walk into the
scanning
pick, and that'd
friends.
be really sad.
Well, they have the ward, right? So they're going to know if they do.
That's
The main issue, and Thompson is just not giving up.
Dude, look at this. I mean, everybody TP'd before, so he can actually kind of like pressure this here. And White Album Monet looking for a fight over to the side here. Gets it, lift, roar, jump, blown up. White Album caught by Seb, and Thompson not giving up, has a DD now. Somebody needs to come to address this. They're coming for you. Drops down the spray. And all those heroes
It's
that
gone.
TP'd in and they come in and take it back like
Poison
this?
tower didn't
That
last long.
can't happen as Aster. Oh man. But Sumail? Doom, does he have dust? Nothing.
Everybody gets one. All right?
Yeah.
Next time he'll have dust. That's the lesson he learned. Stick, not worth it. Dust, worth it.
Dagger done for DK now. It's definitely a push lineup from OG. Pressure on. Beastmaster.
For you,
Got DK Beastmaster.
bounty.
The tiniest cheer for OG. My crowd. Yay, the tower. We did it.
Radiant's bottom tower
Took 3
is
tries, but it's gone.
It's kind of I guess, inflection
Radiant's
point
top
game.
tower
It
is
feels
under
like.
attack.
To Aster, like, you just sort of keep staying back and like, you need to try and make an aggressive move against themselves. They've got this Doom that's like incredibly stacked up. Top net worth by a pretty wide margin.
I think you're all right, just chilling a little bit because you have this timing against Lina that you're mostly playing for, right? So that's what we want to opt towards, is wait for that BKB to be the main issue. And I mean, Shadowblade on Tiny also, you know, it's going to appear sooner rather than later because it's going to be very active on these waves.
Mail. Chase, Ravage though. Oh no,
Nice
get him
defensive
again. Unreal by OG.
That was a big rotation, so if they only got the kill on Borax, that doesn't feel that great, but they're going to turn this into something else. They have a Solar Crest. They go right to the Roche pit.
Nice by OG.
Imagine if Smell died from this. Like, he is so low. 300 carry.
And they don't have great vision in the area either, so OG, they're going to get this freebie. Impressive showing.
It's so important to turn those little ultis like that, you know, like save your carry, kill support, but actually do something. Like, there's been discussions, like, you've seen a lot of the games today, when I check back on the final totals, the team with more kills is just losing games.
Yeah.
Because these situations are happening where, like, the kills don't matter as much, because people are more willing to, like, kind of roam around as 5 or even position 4 and just throw away their body to, like, get good vision, get maybe, like, D-ward a ward sometimes even.
Right.
just do something for the team and
Radiant's
give
bottom tower is
their
under
1 and their 2 a lot of space to farm on the map. You know, you can try and do that as Bobica there, going for a little bit of a risky attempt on the kill that could have paid off big. That risk reward seemed okay, but they got punished very hard by just losing that Roche for nothing.
Well, and I think that felt like almost a planned execution. Like, put your heroes in a position on the map where it's like, okay, they go and gank Sumail, we're going to rotate as everybody to respond. It's on the side of the map where Roche is.
Yeah, where something actually happens if we do it.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's some stuff going on there, and look now, hello, Thompson jumps forward, blinks, finds the stun, but there's no follow-up afterwards. White Album gonna get that Laguna Blade out, trying to bring down Thompson. The tree armor is not enough. So that's Aegis down in exchange for the Lina. G find themselves a pretty good pick there.
Those axes, they just barely missed 4 axes.
Gonna try and keep this tower alive, but OG got something to say about it. It's the tree again. Bounce around everywhere here. The wrap coming from the Doom again for round 2. King ultimate down. There's the overgrowth afterwards. XXS moving into position. Thompson trying to back away. This Doom got his sight set.
They don't want to Doom him. They don't want to waste it.
To that DK, and a good breathe fire through onto all. They will eventually connect, and now the chase down. Able to connect onto No-Tail
late BKB
as well. And XXS barely living through this one. 65 HP does get brought down by Soxa on Borax, but nonetheless, it's getting very close here.
Yeah, that certainly could have been worse. Now they want to use that ward that Bobica dropped down during that fight. Try and capitalize on the Seb.
And again, pulls him in. Abba, toss, done. Can White Album find another? Thought about it. A bit dangerous.
Haste! 8-6, big wins here. Kills on the Lina and the Doom. Pump up their net worth. And Soxa trying to hang around and be a bit cheeky here with the Dragon Slave and the Fade Bolt. Wants to catch this next wave and actually wants to catch Alina on it. No-Tail's coming too. She's keeping up her movement speed though with the LSA drop down. Means it's not available for a defensive stun, but it keeps her moving fast. Not once.
Pull back. No-Tail looking, TP away. Is it enough? No. No-Tail gets the finish there. And another death onto White Album.
Thought he'd play there by like TV right away. Force Ravage might even still get out after.
Yeah.
Potentially, but Link's being there, no way that you're gonna survive there. Now No-Tail, excellent D-ward there. Kind of knew where that play came from. That killed Seb. They likely had vision. So very interesting to watch OG just go right back for this Beast Smash, which of course they loved so much on this team for a long time. And after seeing that last game, I'm sure thought things like, you know what, I think that game was a lot easier with all that vision.
Jump, Doom, some trouble, Abba, toss, Ravage, interrupting, trying to take it onto 3. Feud is there though, and the chase down will continue. They get one, can they find any more? Taking couriers down even. No-Tail gets jumped on, Sumail decides to turn to fight, but Borax just gets obliterated. Was way too much damage. Now, one thing to watch for, White Album is moving into the area and has a bottled DD.
The Faye grenade. He's tracked. They know.
Thinking, Sumail's right on top of him. The wrap is coming. Sumail has to be careful here. He's getting trapped on. They scan, they catch him, and there it is, the DD out. Sumail steps too far and ends up getting punished. Now Soxa getting chased as well. Gonna go for the toss play. Nicely done to throw in XXS. And OG just getting a little bit too far forward.
Soxa even just accepting his fate there by Fade bolting the creep wave. Yeah, I'm dead. Put up some last hits though, good please. 3x kill streak we had too that's just been passed over to Monet. So Monet now second on the net worth by 200 gold over top of Sumail, and the big winner, the breadwinner as it were, for ASTER. Quite giant, even for a Doom. He's up there right now. Came up going for the Shivas. Help the team out versus the Flinks. I think right now the Ravages haven't looked that frightening. Obviously to support Tide, but like mostly I'm thinking the actual combination. Things that you can do during the Ravage. I feel like they're getting really big Ravages, and then they all get unstunned, and like the axes flew through them all. And I was like, whoa, woo, scary. But they need clinks, right? They need the big damage. They need a barrage comboed up with this Ravage before they get the big guns.
And it's almost maybe like a type of situation where you might have to play some like the old clinks. Go for like a pick-off or side initiation thing with a Master or what have you. because he is all of their damage. The unfortunate problem with this is that if he shows success, he's got a target. There's only one he needs to hit, really. 8-7. It's 5,000 gold lead. OG stuck, wait, get in towards the next rush. Look at that Scotty
Jax
next.
thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. He's wrong.
Gotta keep up your speed, you know.
The noise is just so out of place.
Yeah, there's quite the difference. I mean, typical to OG, the camps being stacked quite heavily for themselves. Well known for that as a general keystone to how they want to play.
That is the type of play together energy. Also, you tend a lot of assists come out from them, but this game at the very least, they're going to go for a quick kickoff here. White Album would be a great target. Up. The Hawk, it's a little bit scary.
Inching away here.
I know, they're waiting for an opening. I mean, how many times have we seen fights from OG right in this area and they just go terribly around?
Against this tower, it's gonna be max HP.
This could be bad. Fast spots him right at the start. Looking for it, gets the Doom off. In some trouble, overgrowth afterwards. The rest of the team's teaming in, but they won't save him. He's done.
Success grab the kill in the end. Not a great steal. I don't know, it depends. I guess in this game, it actually is pretty good for Soxa. You tend to think of like these
Dire's top tower is under attack.
these big like fight turning spells, but in the way that they have to play right now, the tree dance is pretty nice to have. Oh, hello.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I
under
see
attack.
you're on a tree as well.
Radiant's
goodbye.
structures are fortified.
He's just coming back. This is a long. He knows there's no boundless strike, but this is kind of scary.
Oh, they got him though. Oh, he jumps
they
down.
have the Ravage, dude. No, they'll just in.
Backing out now. Shadowblade back out of there. Drops down the Sentry Ward.
Spots Thompson's rotation through, so they're just out of there. And they still have the back of a White Album back here.
Good play. Another instance of ASTER pulling up around the map a little bit.
Dire with the scan.
I'm unclear what the game plan is now for OG. Like, it still feels like it's the same type of thing, which is just get Clink's huge. It's not, like, we're not seeing that acceleration. They haven't been able to do it as well.
He has spent a lot of time trying to get to fight. Feels like fights are happening, it's just like running his way there, by the time he gets there, it's
This
over.
as another cause of dead. Thompson, oh, maybe not, having spoken too soon. Thompson backing out of there. Oh, and he eventually burns down. And then the big jump in from Borax hits him, jumps the other tree, gets off the Wukong's command.
Sumail threw 2 right clicks on heroes and then a neutral camp during that fight. After running the whole way there. That's kind of been his experience this game. The need to be there as a threat, but then his ally still dies.
Now the break, the chase, the kill. ASTER just running circles around OG right now.
Ownage in.
Dire don't look too scared.
And now
Radiant's
XXS
top tower.
chasing with the vision from the Shiva's guard. Get out of the trees.
Oxley knows right where he is. Gonna connect. The TP animation even finishes off basically there. Everybody dying all across the map. OG just don't have an answer. They haven't for the last couple minutes.
Sumail's just not even sure what to do. He's running around the mid lane here. Gonna try and clear this wave and maybe think about invisible with their ancients. I feel like he knows that that's the part of the map where they're not playing right now.
Right.
Because his own ancients are just gone.
Started stacking stuff up there. Zeb healed himself.
Start a fight. They've ultied on the DK. They got to
This
engage.
is not going to work. There's no way this is good. Sumail trying to run away. Lana taking some good damage, but the root is out. Monet, Ava, toss. Thompson wanting to go for the stun. They still managed to kill in the duration of Monet being stunned. BKB from White Album. They back away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nothing left here for OG. They've got to find a way to make Sumail like have the damage he needs. It's just not happening.
They actually just can't find a play. They keep trying. And, you know, last game we credited a lot of that to the Hawks and the vision that ASTER had that allowed them to sort of play this style of them being ahead, feeling like they're in control of the match, and that OG are struggling to really make the moves. Well, OG have the Beastmaster, they have the Hawks, and they still can't get anywhere. Because, again, ASTER have chosen a different route for their vision. They've got this Monkey King, and he's really helping them in that regard with not only like the actual tree dance vision itself, but the placements that he can get on these wards have been pretty sneaky throughout the game.
True.
Right now, he probably has a few stacked up because I don't see any wards down on the map for them right now. I got a couple of them killing on trees or chilling on trees, so I'd like to see a couple more wards out here from Borax as we prep for this Eggs Shard Roche.
Well, game has slowly but steadily continued to favor ASTER, and Doom now has been at top of the network for a very long time, going towards that refresher next. The smoke up. Getting ready to head in for this fight around the Roche pit.
Trying to kill a Hawk, boundless strike. No-Tail looking for a potential 4-staff Ravage, but needs to make sure the allies are there to follow up. Seb might lose the smoke here with the Invis Tiny.
Oh, blinks down.
Vision? Do they have any vision?
They don't. They have nothing. They see Seb, reveals himself now, jump in, Hope Stomp, able to connect, Roar is out. They have buyback as he ends up going down. There's the No-Tail Ravage. It comes out and connects. They have the buyback on the Rubik. White Album gonna retreat away, but they're saving the buyback on the Doom. So no Tidehunter. I think that they don't want to buy back if they don't have to. And stun. Out, there's the buyback. Now he's going to come into this fight. Able to get the stun there. The Boundless Strike onto Sumail. Controlled, rooted, in some trouble. The jump forward, the catch, and the kill. Thompson's going to fall, and now they find the Beastmaster. Lift up afterwards, though. Coming from Soxa, trying to buy a little bit of space. But it is all for naught. As ASTER stream into the Roche pit, win the fight, and now going to claim the prize.
Kind of felt like they just weren't respecting Mon either. Or, I mean, they felt like any sentry they placed just gets destroyed, but I mean, they didn't know. Tiny's just lurking there. Invis. How are you going to get a good fight when that happens?
Maybe they thought that he didn't have buyback too on the Doom potentially.
Yeah, maybe.
But regardless,
Is Dire going to let that middle
ASTER
tower full?
take full advantage here. Now 2,000 gold lead. With the Aegis in hand, Sumail going back to finish off these Ancients, hoping to salvage something.
Yeah.
It's like literally it.
And of course, another Invis tool upgraded here with the White Album Silver Edge available, which is just bad news for No-Tail again. Now we'll have one on both the Tiny and the Lina. And, you know, so Ravages, just let them rip at this point if you're tied. Just hope you get it off, right?
Go.
Just mash that R key as fast as you can.
Just Ravage right now. Maybe he'll hit him. Why not?
Just like last game, far down. Yeah, you know, 25-ish minute mark last time, I believe, when they did the same play. No-Tail had to buy a gem. Purchases one once more. It's that one death that's just going to cost you so much more, but you have to find some way to know what they're up to. In this case, you just got to get rid of their sentries so you can keep some on the map to stop these Invis initiations.
It's so devastating.
Can't win a war without money.
Can't move out and have any vision. And I will say that this ASTER lineup, I mean, props to coming in with a plan. They've done great. Oh my god, and they caught him again. Sumail trying to back away. No-Tail taking the brunt of the right clicks. Will eventually fall. Now, can they get out of here with them? Get the vision, LSA. Barely getting home. TP to the tower. Oh man. I will mention that things have, there's been a few less chat wheels I've been noticing over the past couple of minutes here.
Very interesting.
I don't know how that happened.
Monet's been on it. Still chat wheeling, so it's fine.
True.
He's got it covered. Making up for them.
22, what a game. ASTER. This Doom looks really good. This hero's gonna, like, with more 4 Protect 1, I actually really like the idea of it sort of taking off a bit.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And over here, Radiant's top
You just eliminate this one giant hero, especially the way that OG specifically have been trying to play this. Like, they're even a little bit more balanced, I would say, this game than usual. But maybe that's just because Sumail's so much further down. Kind of expecting him to be like 22 or something right now. Right. Not so much 15K.
Radiant just
Well, They're going to start walking up and hitting that tier 3 tower. You can see the comparison here. Very much. So far, still all of the bulk of the damage on Sumail, but it's just from so many different places on Aster, it feels like. You get a ton from Monet, a ton from White Album, XXS as well.
And you can't beat that building damage. Oh, force staff in. Trying to get a little bit of a punish there, but Lotus help-protect. Monet can just go back to hitting towers. He has 2 minutes of Aegis, so...
They're just splitting with Sumail. He is not here. Back away for a moment. We approach this 30-minute mark, just pass it. Bounty Rune's going to be claimed. It does appear that Aster are going to play it a little bit safer. Go for a smoke play, get the rune, head out.
Haste!
Pretty much a defensive smoke here, just to give themselves a little bit of a boost out. And, you know, if there are wards in this area, not necessarily let OG know where they're off to, because this is a classic example of when your enemy wants to smoke. Like, they're even gonna smoke, I think. Oh my god, they found him. Oh, that's
Sumail, he's done.
best case scenario. Wow. He is fast, though.
And chase down.
Not fast enough.
Not even close. Wait, a fight though, brewing over in the jungle.
They don't want it anymore.
Yeah, they gotta run away.
Been begging for, Archer.
Take the outpost away. Aster, no mercy.
They are crushing them. They have OG's number. I don't know who was doing the study up or whatever, but this is clear domination coming up from Team Aster.
Game number 1, it looked at moments like it could have gone either way, but Aster came out with the victory. Game number 2, not particularly close.
Team Masters.
Oh, there it is.
What it is.
It's done. Bill, the tree armor is there. Monet is not here to care. Has the BKB ready if things get a little bit too dicey. 25 seconds left on this Aegis. OG, if they would love to be able to find a kill on this right as that Aegis is about to expire, but Aster not going to give him that opportunity.
I feel like they're the kind of team right now, like they have so much confidence. I wouldn't be surprised if they just held high ground there and went for a fight, but they have a ward down. They're actually spotting this movement in from Seb and Tops. If they want to go back and engage,
But now they're walking
they have
their
a chance.
ward.
Did they just smoke under the ward?
They
They de-warded it first, though.
OG have a ward over in this area where Aster are running away from. So that will be a retreat. White Album on the other side of the map. Do they hold this high ground here? See right now, the Bobica movement has just been all over this place. Whole freaking map, basically.
No, his name should change to Double Doom when you...
Okay.
Because he's no longer just Doom.
Yeah, that's right. I like that.
It is there. It's ready. Aster just... with like a flowchart Dota. They're going through their list here. They know that once you complete this, you move on to this, you follow the little arrows, and you just do exactly what you're supposed to. And eventually you'll win the game of Dota. Now, mind you, OG are the masters of sowing some sort of confusion and, and some conflict into that initial plan. And they want to get out there maybe creep wave. Or for some reason, 4 of them are like in your triangle, but you never expected it. They're up. They're gonna need like 8 of those plays to come back into this game.
There's a way.
Yep.
They'll find it. We'll see though. It actually ends up happening. Oh. Wait, do they have a jab?
They have a lot of heroes.
Trying to bring him down to Abathel. Oh, man, and XXS gets the stomp. Will eventually die. That's going to come at the price of Sumail's life as he gets jumped on and taken down. But it did get the Doom.
Wasn't a trade, unfortunately, and the fact that it's Klink's being gone is a pretty serious issue. Roll OG. I can't believe that Dota Plus limit. Actually, their percentage went up. But 25% chance.
Really?
That is way too high. I don't know Dota Plus.
That's crazy.
24 now. I can't say I agree with that one.
They must think that Klinks is just really good at like, I don't know. Tiny's really bad or something. I don't know what's going on there with Dota Plus, but they must know something we don't, because this looks very good for Aster. 21,000 gold.
Yeah, and you see Monday 509. Now he's a blink. Yeah. So much easier to play your game as Tiny. You're not as reliant on your allies, and when OG is going to wind up in a situation where they're like cutting waves and going out, making individual plays around the map. The Blink Dagger is going to allow Monet to catch out some of these plays, but at the same time, move around the map a little bit faster to try and counteract.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Pressure next, likely to come each of the lanes and then down the mid one from ASTER, but gotta wait for that Doom to really make a concerted effort. It's a little bit scary going in without the Doom, even with the Clint dead. You get isolated. Still a Beastmaster roll. State yet? I don't think so.
No, not really.
Yeah. Trying to go for a Shadow Blade for Seb.
Everyone's kind of just walking around.
You talking to me?
We got 2.5 minutes left on this Roche respawn here. And OG. Again, Verge. Poorly. Dropping down 2-0. Here. Not going. Is it a bait though? Thompson reveals himself. There's the break right at the start. Jump out, but the pull away.
Oh, that's a defensive ravage though.
As long as we stay positive.
Does not feel good.
That was a shard pullout.
As long as we stay positive.
Rubik. Not a bad way to sort of deal with that monkey kickback. I actually think that might be. I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah, the pose is good. Yeah, 100%.
Tail tries to back away. The armor not going to be enough to keep him alive.
That tree just smacked him.
Yeah. The living armor stolen by Sox is good, but I don't think it's going to be enough here.
Radiant's middle tower.
Trying to keep this tower alive, trying to keep his allies alive, but Monet just hits hard. And with Doom in tow, ASTER ready to assault high ground, even before they end up coming in with the Aegis. So they're going to take that tier 2 and now back up, hold this high ground here. What's the play for OG? Like, I honestly don't know where the hell you go with this one.
You need to look for deeper vision, right? We need to find some way to get the Hawks in solid spots and maybe utilize some smokes just for good wards to play around the Roche pit. I would say stalling out at this point to where the Roche is now returning without losing your racks is a win for OG.
Okay.
Sure, the net worth is still escalating in ASTER's favor, but it's not at a place where it has really changed that much of the percentages in terms of you winning the fights. We're moving like 3 or 4 points, but if you lose one of these fights, you know, suddenly you're at like a 5% chance game or something, especially if it's any fight near the actual Roche pit. So ASTER in response, they've moved near the Roche pit where one would expect them to prep and set for it, and they're just smoking up. They're just waiting until OG shows somewhere.
Oh, and there goes Dire's bottom.
They're going to show bottom. And obviously still no Lincolns online at all for any of these heroes. TP.
Oh no.
Mass
Oh
TP.
no.
And they'll catch one.
This is what
Nice
I came for.
No panic there from Bobico because he had the vision on the Rubik and he just kind of sat there like, no, he's fine. He's not going to get out.
Fonts. Regeneration. This is online now. Timing of it for late. ASTER. Good album.
Kill they need. Blink on 7, it's not enough distance.
That would have been huge.
Yeah, I mean, he has the Lincolns, right? So what can he actually do?
You would have had to like 4. Yeah, with 4th though.
Yeah. They actually don't have an answer to those two heroes. That's a problem.
Oh.
I mean, he needs like a neutral item.
The big problem, Monet gonna go in and just get this one for free.
Dire's top tower is under.
They will head on in to the pit. Take it on down here. Just gonna drop these pumps in just in case anybody from the side of OG shows up. But this game, and again, this just sort of turnaround, playing with your players. You know, it makes a difference.
Yeah, it turns out, you know, the ones that you've been scrimming with and practicing with and spending an entire TPC tend to gel together a little bit better.
Is Dire going to let that?
You know what's not gelling with me this game? What's that? This snap pick DK Thompson that made look like it was just the bees. Like, oh yeah, we knew you guys were gonna take that tiny. We wanted Thompson on the.
Yeah, it was weird. It just like
it got the towers. I think it did help versus the tree, right? Because that makes sense. Is that you're trying to knock down some of these earlier towers, but the ones that really mattered, they weren't able to knock down.
It felt like the game was lost over by the Dire Outpost, over and over again. There were so many fights that happened there. Granted, this one's not completely over, but it is so difficult for OG to win this. They're gonna have to win like 3 fights, and that's basically gonna pull them back.
Items that they want. You know, wanting this Lincoln Sphere, trying to keep safe from the Doom. Of course, he might just Doom you again. You never know.
True.
House is trying to find some farm here, but at what cost?
Shadow Blades, and it's not going to be enough. The Doom gets off. The Lotus won't be enough to keep him alive. As oh wait, the pull off to the side, not going to be enough. And it's White Album chasing. Seb also in some trouble. Tosses off to the side. Lanham getting involved with the tree toss into the tree toss with the tiny and the tiny.
As long as we stay positive.
It was pretty well played.
Feels like OG are just constantly attempting. I mean, I said that stay positive. Eventually, we'll win. Yep. Maybe that's gonna work. I think ASTER are probably feeling right now how it's going, and the replay there just he doesn't feel like he has a choice. And, good Lotus, right? Something down there, help protect himself from going in there.
One last round potentially. We'll see as they go on in, set their sights towards high ground. No Tail thinking about it. Gets doomed. Oh, it was the second one, and he might even have another in a moment. As does still have that refresher shard in the backpack, but no Ravage, no buyback. ASTER,
he wants it.
Streaming in and ready to go. They get buyback just now from No Tail. So we're hoping for it. Thompson is out there. There's the refresher shard. Immediately out with the Ravage, but to no avail. Where is the follow-up damage? OG don't have it. With no clicks, there is no game. And with no game, you best call GG. As ASTER slowed down the 2-time defending champions in a moment here. Because I don't care how much you buy back on the DK and the Rubik. They're not going to stop these guys. Eyes on the prize. ASTER finishes this one off. And take it down in the end. Incredible play from this team. They take them down 2-0.
They just broke so many traditions for today.
That's crazy.
Even after game 1, I was thinking like, OG will bounce back.
Exactly.
I don't think they're gonna get 2-0. But ask.
5 seconds. Just who will Dire ban? Ten seconds. 5 seconds. What's Radiant's ban plan anyway? It's Dire's turn to ban.
some other, I believe it was TNC who played it, and
It's
one other
Radiant's
team.
turn to ban.
You might think it sounds dumb, but it's not, because it's similar to position 5 Magnus, where you're always threatening a tossback / skewer into the tower.
Dire should
and
pick
Just that
now.
it's much easier, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's
toss
much
back is much easier.
you don't have to actually be good. You can click toss and it's back to
That's
the
why
tower.
I play sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I never play
Ease of
Mag.
execution. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Neon stepped a little bit too far out of the box in the beginning of this season, and
seconds.
that wasn't really their situation in Singapore. In Singapore, they knew what
5
made them look
seconds.
good.
Yeah, but-
Yopaj Wind Ranger.
Yes and no, because in the Singapore major they
It's
were
Radiant.
forced to experiment because of all the standing situations, right? And they played something different than in the league. In the
It's
league, they
Radiant's
had a
turn to pick.
pretty
It's
different
Dire.
approach to the game. Season 1, that is, to the Singapore major. Then they tried to recreate
Here we go.
creativity and... Okay, it still can be Sand King offlane, right? It doesn't have to be mid, even though they
Doesn't
love it.
yeah.
But Sand King plus AA is a sick combination.
It is. I know. I
10
checked the
seconds.
hero pairings for T1, and most of the time when Snapfire is picked, it's
I'm dead.
5
Doom
seconds.
or Faceless Void. I wouldn't mind seeing Doom against mid Sanking. Like Sanking pushes the wave, you're still gonna be able to, like, you have a relatively
You
high
make best
armor. You're gonna be
situation
farming
out of
underneath
no
tower. As a
situation.
Doom, you don't
You
care
make best
too much about
situation
it,
out
and
of no
it's a
situation.
flex pick for them. They played actually 4 out of their last 5
See
games
who
with
picked
Doom.
them
A lot of success with the hero.
Good mother.
With the Brood.
What's Radiant's
This-
ban
okay,
plan
so
anyway?
it wasn't banned out. One of the bugs was it's the assassin. Brood goes through. They first phase it. Maybe fell out a little bit out of favor, but mostly because of the ban. Not great versus Sand.
It's Dire's
You
turn
have
to ban.
better matchups because if he impales you later on in the game, one shot all of the
It's
spider link.
Radiant's turn to ban.
One of the loudest things in Dota as well, by the way. Just
After they
What about
patch
Dawnbreaker ulti?
Dawnbreaker ulti's loud. Apparently, Stone Gaze was bugged, and it used to give the Stone Gaze sound on every unit, and so every spiderling would be like,
I'll tell you what's also extremely loud.
10
The
seconds.
bird
Just
drop
who
from
will
Visage
Dire
on all the spiderlings.
oh yeah,
Usually the bird drop is like a hammer hitting the ground, right?
right.
But when it hits on all these units, it
Nuclear
amplifies. It's a
explosion.
nuclear explosion.
You know
Yeah.
what's loud also? Me, when I play with the teammates who are not playing the game properly.
Yeah, I've been on that team. I've been in those voice
10
comms with
seconds.
us.
So yeah, Broodmother into the Sanking.
5
Sanking is a good
seconds.
counter to Broodmother once Broodmother gets level 6. Until then, Sanking doesn't really do much. You trade well, especially if it's lane matchup.
It's Radiant's turn to ban.
But it doesn't have to be a lane versus
It
lane
doesn't
matchup
have to
No,
be the
anymore.
not
lane.
necessarily.
And I'm yeah, Brood should be fine there because you do have hunger now on your first
You
spell,
have
right?
70% life still. Yeah, you
70%
heard that.
life steal plus a little bit of 40% mischance on Sand King, so
Yeah,
he
also
can't last it.
a bit more region.
Bit more region.
10
The
seconds.
hero is dumb in the lane. That's literally what it is. It's so dumb in the lane. You can't
5
win
seconds.
against it if the Broodmother is capable, at least. Set for most broods that I played with, but
I think people just need to change their approach, because OG, when they had to go up against Broodmother last night, they picked Sven AA.
OG lost.
OG lost. And I think once upon a time, like, Sven AA was a good lane matchup against Broodmother, but she's not about the spiders anymore.
Man, AA sounds like the worst hero to brood.
Yeah, it doesn't-
especially, well, they had like first faced it, but then they picked
It's
Sven
Radiant's
after. I
turn
think
to
you need to
pick.
pick heroes like Bane,
Dire
like,
should
have-
pick now.
harass, and they can
Phantom
reduce healing
Assassin.
in lane, like with Enfeeble or something.
Okay, I get you. I feel you. But then again, the problem is once 6,
Yeah, then
those
you're
kind of
destroyed.
supports are just
Done.
Done.
Yeah, exactly. I love Necro. Broodmother.
yeah,
I don't know
okay.
if they
10
can fit it
seconds.
in, but to go back to the opener, Ancient Apparition plus a Sanking, every single time I see
5
these two
seconds.
heroes, it just gets me back the newbie era. Kaka pretty much opening every single time with these two heroes.
Look at that PA. Like, I actually couldn't see her, not because
blurred.
I'm making some blurred memes. It's the light was on top of her. I actually didn't. It's a very early PA pick. It allows T1 to actually. Sure, why you go for a PA? So, not buffed up by anything. You don't have Slardar combinations, Magnus combinations. You can possibly.
I think it's their answer to Broodmother, because this is Omega had picked Broodmother against Neon, and Natsumi had played PA in that lineup, but they did pair it up with a Magnus and a Slardar.
And that combination of heroes makes PA broken.
For sure.
Thanks, guys.
PA doesn't need
Thanks
that.
a lot.
But what about some good old Lion? Don't
It's
mind me
Radiant's
some
turn.
Lion, Snapfire Lion combo. They showed how good they are. They decided to go with Warlock.
Dyer's pick
Interesting.
now.
Not enough stuns.
Some
What-
frontliners.
what is
right?
this? Is this for Mirana? This is the classic OB Neon. Like, they just love their Mirana, whether it's on the off lane, whether it's a position 4. Kind of a classic draft. Of course, they pair it up with the Sanking one more time, so these two heroes will
10
be playing
seconds.
together.
Could be, right? Like, they played even offlane Mirana
Yeah,
at some point.
5 seconds.
They also picked Mirana in their Omega game versus the Broodmother.
What about some Puck? Like, I don't know where this Broodmother is going, but I believe Puck is available against Mirana, against Ancient Apparition.
Just
These are
EA.
just
Sounds good, yeah.
just food for Puck. Like, they don't have they have Sanking stun, but you need a Blink Dagger to
It's
be able
Dyer's
to
turn.
get that
I
on the
love,
Puck.
I love the call. They go with the PL instead.
It's a lot of problems thrown at OB Neon. Their draft right now, these 4 heroes, necessarily strike me as very strong.
There's a lot of damage versus PL though. Like A with the Sand King, they do have that
10
AoE that's
seconds.
necessary versus him. But we've seen PLs take over afterwards with
5 seconds.
build. Okay, I can see the PL working definitely. I think that OB Neon does have some answers.
It's a 23 Savage Classic, though. Although I will say okay.
No, you have to say it now.
You have
It
to say
doesn't
it's a
matter how
safe
bad it's gonna
space.
be.
I
you
thought
just
that they were like, okay, well now you have to pick Magnus, but Magnus is second
Magnus
phase
banned.
banned, and so like, how the hell are you
I
going to
res-
enable?
I respect that.
What's
You know, if I
Radiant's
have a
ban
thought in my
plan
head,
anyway?
it's getting out. No matter how bad is it gonna sound. So they ban out Ember
Just
Spirit,
who will Dyer ban?
decent hero against
just mid
Phantom
laners
Lancer,
now,
and they
right?
don't have enough lockdown right now. They're very vulnerable to. I wouldn't mind seeing like a Storm. If I don't know if this is a mid sanking or offlane sanking, but
It has to be mid because somebody has to help PA right click
10
this
seconds.
game, right? She can't do it herself. And usually these enablers, these Solar Crest Spires are going to come
5
from the
seconds.
offlane. I guess Mirana could work her way to
could,
it.
yeah, you can buy the Solar on her.
it's a good Storm Puck game for Neon as well. They have lilliterally 0 lockdown for
What's
these
Radiant's
heroes.
ban plan anyway?
Okay, they first ban out the Ember, and then they're like, okay, put Sand King mid, let's ban out some offlane that play against PL.
Yeah, with Brood, Spiders, PL Illusions.
10
Neon
seconds.
now probably just gonna ban out some Puck, right? Carl?
5 seconds.
Yeah, that's Carl's second most played hero this season. He also played some Doom in the mid lane for T1, which I think could be pretty annoying for PA.
It is. I
It's
like
Dyer's turn to
stuns
pick.
when you have Doom. Anything that can catch. I think Storm Spirit Puck for
Probably
both
much
of these
better, yeah.
teams, like any of the heroes, just feel really good because they're very limited on stuns. T1's lineup does not have a silence built in. So
You just pick Puck here with T1 and
10
you
seconds.
Storm. Play it out, see who's better overall.
5 seconds.
Cute thing.
I'm going to keep throwing out crazy ideas. How about Razor for Carl? PA.
he has a jump, especially with level 15. You just get away from the static link, very easy to break. But
A lot of magic
I
damage as well.
like Razor in general. I feel this hero is like playmaker, one of the heroes that farms quite a lot. We were talking about it
It's
the other day,
Radiant's turn to
like
pick.
where's this farm coming?
Puck.
Yeah,
They go with the Puck. Now, OB Neon, I really think this is the case. One goes with the other
think-
goes with the Storm, and you play it out. Puck
Maybe Dragonite would a bad
Okay.
idea here against you have a built-in cleave against the Phantom Lancer, against the Spiders, you have a against the Puck.
10 seconds.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good as well.
5 seconds.
But also these two supports, both Warlock and Snapfire, are vulnerable to getting jump. So if they want to, also Storm into Puck can. We've seen how bad it can get.
It can get bad for
sure,
both
but we've
of them,
seen
right?
also
That's,
like Storm's really doing well. So like for me, it's
What if
Dragonite
Dragonite is
or
much
Storm.
is a much
Dragonite is a
safer
much
option,
safer
yeah.
pick, I would say.
and if Sand King's mid, you're just gonna immediately go T1?
I'm gonna go T1 no matter what.
Oh, okay. Give me a potential offlaner then, because T1's not sure. They banned out a mid, Ember. They banned out an offlane, Legion Commander.
If they
don't
want to
know.
get an offlane, is Tidehunter still available? Yeah,
Tide
just-
is still available.
yeah, because they can't lock him down. They have mana burn, which is something that he has to play once PL gets that. But other than that, it's like one guy that can threaten the Broodmother. They don't have enough damage early on. Damage is pretty static.
Choose your
Centaur.
hero.
It's actually a
Okay.
Centaur.
Into a Puck as well.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's good versus PL, but to a Puck, it's a problem. I think the Centaur answers the Brood. That's the main reason
Yeah.
why you picked it. You get another hero that can actually stand in the lane against her, no matter what she buys. Sand King, if she buys an Orchid, can be a little bit problematic, but
I think it answers the PL as well. I think Crimson Guard could be super value,
yeah,
actually.
for sure. It's kind of a similar situation. You
Could
answer the
be.
PL.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
I think the biggest problem is that they don't want to play normal Dota at all, ever. You don't need to put a Sand King middle. Sand King around is a perfect lane against PL. They want to always make things weird since the Major, which they didn't in Season 1. So I think that's the biggest problem. I'm going to go T1.
Yeah, I'd still at 890. You know. Yeah, there was this guy in Twitch chat. He said Ancient Apparition got picked up, so obviously B-Cop's gonna go with Neon. He's right. I'm gonna go with Neon. Like, that's simple. It's pretty. I like a book. I'll wear some sunglasses. I'll make sure you guys can't see my face.
So what happens to ice when it's too hot? Melts.
Melts. I have big tells when it comes to poker. Don't ask me any questions if I'm lying. I'll laugh. I can't keep a straight face. Although last time I played poker,
Stop jungling.
it
Let's
was
push.
easier. I was playing with
that smart?
my grandma at a casino, and she was killing it. All my money just went to her,
You
so it
make
felt like
best
a
situation
lot
out
easier
of
to
no
just lose all my
situation.
money. 'Cause I
You
was,
make best
you know,
situation
no
out
stone
of
face.
no situation.
I mean, that's not a competitor's mindset, but whatever.
She was swindling people.
Dude, I think you strike me as the kind of guy that when things get really intense, you're just going to be sweating buckets. And
No,
that's
I
a
don't
good
sweat that
tell.
much. I feel like I don't sweat that
okay,
much.
okay. Sure.
You
What do you
know.
say now?
At the gym, I wasn't sweating.
Well,
that
that just
much.
means you didn't go hard enough.
That, no,
you're just
you
calling
know.
yourself out right now.
No,
Like,
no,
you
that's.
gotta,
Did I?
you gotta.
I guess I did. didn't
calm
I?
down
No,
there,
I don't. I
buddy.
don't normally. You know, I'm not. I don't perspire.
You're not a sweater.
Yeah, I'm not a sweater.
Yeah.
More of a t-shirt guy.
You're more of a t-shirt guy.
Yeah. Well,
I'm more of a t-shirt guy too, but I'm definitely a sweater. What does that make me? A sweating t-shirt.
sweaty t-shirt guy.
That is pretty gross. Ugh. How do we get into that conversation? As soon as we talk about sweaty t-shirts, they also take the camera off us, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Cause
they figured out I was lying about how hard I go at the gym, so they couldn't continue to show
no, they couldn't.
the fake
Break time's
progress
over,
that is
chaps.
being made.
But yeah, you went for Neon just because of A or any?
I got some faith in Yopaj. Although I feel like every time I've said, since I got told not to doubt, I've been putting my faith in Neon. and they lost their last series against Execration. They lost the series before that to Fnatic, and I've been burned a couple times. Actually, they lost to Fnatic, beat Logun, beat Omega. Sorry, I read that wrong, but it was the Fnatic series where I got burned.
I think I would have gone actually with Neon here if they just stick to a normal cookie-cutter draft, which they did in Season 1 all along. Ever since they played this major, they're just complicating things unnecessarily. Like, I don't know why they do that.
Yeah,
But only since the major.
They try to play a little more cute than other teams.
Yeah, but they didn't in Season 1.
30 seconds and
They
get started.
would just pick this Wraith King, 4 people make space for a Wraith King, and play the game out normally. But now they always do this mid-Sand King, before they would just pick the puck. Like, why can't you just go standard? Normal.
I have no idea.
Because, sure, it can work. Like this draft, Sand King, they can kill a PL, no problem. Puck can get caught by a stun arrow combination. He can die. It's just so hard to execute. Like, don't make it so hard for yourself. That's why you're 3-3 right now, and not potentially 5-1 or something.
Yeah, on the verge of potentially relegation tiebreakers or major tiebreakers. It's a very interesting spot to be sitting at, honestly.
I mean, I refuse to believe that that's the strength they're at, you know. I really just think it's their drafts. So once their draft stabilize, I think they're gonna be way better again. But of course, mid-Sand King, you're playing against the puck, you don't really care, you're just gonna do the same thing, push out the lane, farm, you fast blink, potentially get some ganks going. But we have seen it backfire many, many times.
Wasn't Neon the ones who made the mid-Sand King work, though?
They did.
They were one of the only ones in the region that really made it work.
Yeah, but he still goes for these items that I don't necessarily like.
Right.
Which a puck can punish that hard, because you can't Burrow Strike. Sandstorm shouldn't really help you once they have Dust and Sentries. I really like this puck response.
You were thinking maybe puck even for Neon when we were watching those last picks come in, right?
Yeah, I think puck is super good for both teams. And I also thought that it would just pick Dragon Knight last, which owns PL in mid-late game. Super good against puck. It's super good against Broodmother. Would have just made perfect sense to me, but they complicated again.
Yeah, it just, everything just gets that little bit more complicated.
Yep. And we all know in life is much more fun without complications.
Very true.
As we have gotten to know in the last 2 months.
Oh no. Play hard is just fainting the arrows here, and then finally hits Whitemon. Alright. No, they didn't do anything with that. Fatal Bond's kind of deterring them a little bit. One of the better spells from a support in the game. If not one of the best. But Yopaj getting the kill on a Carl. And this is where my faith lies, in Yopaj.
Alright. And we have seen Carl in the past. He goes like 0-4 at minute 5. And then he ends the game 14-4. So maybe he's still half asleep. But yeah, definitely not something you would expect.
No.
Second killing.
Maybe Carl's standing a little bit too close to the wave and just getting destroyed by level 1 cost.
Yep. Must have been.
And there it is. That's what he's doing. Anytime Carl steps up on the range creep, he burrow strikes the range creep, pops it with Caustic, and burrow strikes Carl next to the range creep, pops the range creep with Caustic, and it's a lot of damage real early.
Yeah, it's like 300 first damage. Tried to B-ward, but did not find the ward.
Arrow.
Ooh,
missing
close.
23. My favorite hero to cast, by the way, Mirana, because it is either fake hype or full hype.
Yeah, that's true.
It always starts with just going arrow, and then you don't know. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, well, fake hype.
I can go middle again here on the puck. He's glyphing so the creeps don't explode.
Went Sandstorm level 4.
Yeah, it's a normal build. Like, you only want level 1 Caustic, that's the most value point. Anything beyond that is reserved for like level 13, 15.
So you're just always taking that one?
Yeah. Broodmother doing very well for herself.
And Natsumi not struggling at all, but I wonder how much this Silken Bull is going to become a problem for him as time goes on.
Yeah, he's definitely going to need a BKB or Manta Spell or something to dispel the Silicon Bola, especially with that shard, as we know, becomes 80%.
Trying to think, is it worth this game being a shard game for Cuckoo on this Broodmother? 80% mischance.
I mean, apparently it also reduces the web cooldown by 15, which is not in the tooltips. But there was a Reddit thread about it.
Denied.
Greetings!
Wow.
Didn't test it myself, but...
So it's 25 seconds on the webs then, right?
And the recharge time, yeah.
Wow. That's really good, especially if you get the axe as well.
Yeah.
Then you're just throwing webs everywhere.
Just want to say I haven't confirmed it myself, just something I read. So I wouldn't be surprised though, because there's lots of random stuff happening in Dota.
Burrow strike, arrow coming through, and
he's still alive.
Carl, he'll survive for now. Waning Rift, illusory orb away. Actually, Yopaj is
taking a lot of damage to both
taking
heroes.
a lot of damage, and
Is
Tower
Dire
won't
going
do
to
it,
let that middle
but
tower
survives.
But it also gave away the ward from Dire. There's no.
Oh, Burrow strike again, and this time.
Oh my God!
Wow, Carl
you
just
gotta,
getting out on the skin of his teeth.
You gotta relax, bro.
A scan from Radiant.
Man,
Carl is a madman.
stepping up on that is such a risk. Play art here too is kind of a risk, but it is what it is. Zephyr going down. Junwell getting the kill on that one. Cuckoo trying to fight Natsumi. Not working out well for T1 at the moment.
Yeah, right now they're actually winning three lanes, which is a big problem for T1. It's not what I expected at all. I thought middle would just be a farm fest for both.
Right.
And then Broodmother's actually in trouble down here.
Is it gonna go over? No. If the cold feet goes over.
Potentially, but heroes still walk through the trees. Yeah, I'm surprised that PA is free farming so much against the Brood Snapfire lane.
Yeah, 29-4.
But it's also something we've seen from T1 where something is not on it at all.
I feel like that's where we see like the reasoning for why both these teams are kind of middle of the pack. It's their inconsistencies this season.
Yeah. Like if you asked me to predict one of those teams, I have like a gun to my head, I would be like, oh my God.
It's a coin flip.
Please.
Can I pick another match?
Yeah, like China please, VG, SAG.
TNC Logan?
I'll take it. Oh no. No, SCA is the worst region to predict any sort of winners, I feel. I just have no read on any of these teams. I always think, yeah, they played really well last week. And then this week they're like, okay.
It happened with Logan.
It did. TNC. I don't know.
And then reading Logan on their last match was completely different.
So what makes them wonder if it was TNC or Lilligan then, or both?
Honestly, kind of crazy.
It is. Like, I've not seen such a level of inconsistency anywhere, like, ever. Insane.
Still hit by the Fire Snap Cookie. Scatterblast is there. It looks like Natsumi. He's in trouble, but the Cold Feet saving his life.
Yep. But it's getting close to the Broodmother level 6 timing where AA, PA cannot hatch any spider lanes. Like, it's the worst lane against Broodmother once she's 6. So probably he'll have to lane swap with the Centaur. And maybe relegate PA to the jungle, potentially to the top lane.
Yeah.
But I want to see some rotations from the puck as well. Like, he's the only guy that can really make moves. Warlock needs level 6. Snapfire kind of needs level 6. And obviously PS is going to farm, and same with Brood. So them losing this early game, or not losing, but not winning it, is a little bit concerning.
The Centaur, how would he do down here against the Brood? Not terribly, right?
Yeah, the thing is, Brood can pretty much just ignore the Centaur, because the Spiderlings only die if you hit him. You can still just hit the tower and ignore him.
Right.
There's not the best answer. The better answer would be the Sanking down there. That's one Burrow Strike, that's one right click. They'll explode.
Get a lot of gold.
Yep. At least I always think that, and then it was like 20 plus 3s. Well, that was one CS.
All those Spiderlings equivalent for 1.
Dire with the scan.
He's gonna have Blink Dagger very soon on Sanking, 100 gold away from that. Which is gonna be a very big timing for him. He has 1 level in Epicenter as well, so he's probably just gonna go base, pick up his Blink, maybe smoke out with his teammates.
Yeah, your pause with an early move could really be a difference maker for the early part of this game.
For sure. Like, if he gets a good epicenter on the Brute or a PL, it's gonna be very impactful.
Drink well used, coming down bot for Natsumi. Leashed up, Fire Snap Cookie in the little shredder with the damage of the illusory orb is enough to get the kill.
Yep, and that's why we love our puck. You get coiled, you can't do anything for 6 seconds. Very balanced. Love this concept.
Dire's top tower is under
Brute Mother's level 6 now, and they're gonna have to put someone down here soon. It lines up very well the sanking timing, but it defeats by middle. Maybe setting up an epicenter onto the puck here. Channeling it, and
they're gonna go Burrow Strike Epicenter.
No arrow. Where was the arrow?
Must have missed it.
Because like you shoot it right away, and the creep wave is gonna die to the epicenter, and then it connects. But he didn't trust that the creep wave would die.
Yeah, so he just went in and shot it from point blank, right?
Yeah.
And then that's not long enough stun to get that kill. Carl DCs.
So he's not planning to fight at all, unless the fight comes to him.
Time to go.
Wow. But even though he beat bottom, as I said, he just ignored the centaur, right-click the tower, and the tower's gone. I feel like centaur is like the worst, actually, against brute.
You think so?
From all the like quote-unquote brute counters.
Jax
Like
thinks
Axe is
Radiant's
really good
bottom
against
tower
brute.
is about to fold.
Yeah, definitely could have
Sand
been
King.
a different.
Look at the tower damage for brute. 10 seconds, half HP gone. I actually thought the tower was gone, but like while the game was paused, the tower didn't appear for me, and then it came back.
Mother caught, arrow lands, so they have the damage this time. Still no.
And
Short range arrow again.
Yeah.
Radiant's getting
Don't know what's
friendly
up
with
there.
Dire's bottom
They use
tower.
Stampede as well,
Do
and they lose the A at the
bombs
same
their
time.
middle tower to hold?
But the Centaur is pretty much unkillable at this
Dire's
point with Hood
bottom
Vanguard.
tower
He's
is
just
under attack.
hitting the tower. I don't think there's anyone that can really stop him. There should be an easy tower for Centaur down there.
Look at Dire's bottom tower, Jax.
He's still not itemizing with the boots. Who needs boots?
Boots are movement speed, unimportant. Unimportant.
I wonder if they can kill him with 5 heroes. They probably need Snapfire ult and Coil
And there
minimum
goes Dire's
to be able to kill
bottom
him. Phantom Lancer is going for a fast Diffu. It's only 1,000 gold away from it. PA is going into the Battle Fury, of course. Against Brute PL, you need that.
Is Dire going to let that middle tower fall?
I was gonna say, is that Battle Fury, since we've seen a lot of carries go off of it, more situational now towards the fact that you're up against PL and Brute?
For sure. Like we see the just Rush Desolator be much more popular nowadays. Which makes sense with the state of the game where you want your carry to be able to fight a little bit earlier. Like PL, he's also itemizing in the most quote-unquote fighty way possible. The Diffusal first. Of course helps him farm a lot too. It's a very good hybrid item. But he's also very squishy still. One epicenter, he's gone.
We'll see if they can set up with that epicenter as well as the arrow, because so far that's been a little bit of a struggle here for Neon.
Yep.
Despite the fact that they have a 1k net worth lead. Like, it still feels like T1's game, for sure.
I actually quite like the position Neon in so far. Like, I think they got out of this early game much better than I thought they would be. They're smoked up right now.
But it feels like they're missing their opportunities, right? There's Kisses, they've got the Doom Coil, and there's the Ice Blast. Arrow's not going to land. They get the kill on Natsumi. They look over. Zephyr trying to get away. Starstorm on him. They should have the right click damage to take out this Snapfire, and they do.
Man, that arrow would have hit the puck if it was just 100 range longer. Would have been so close, would have been a puck kill, but it's Dota, a game of inches, centimeters.
Especially on those skill shots.
Yep. Well, he wasn't even aiming for him originally. It just kind of
happened that way.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower, Jax.
Blink and thinking about getting that Burrow Strike out onto the Phantom Lancer, but they don't find him.
Centaur finally has boots. Happy about that. He's itemizing straight into a Crimson Guard. Of course, very good against PL, as the panel said. You block all the illusion damage. And another tower is just going to be taken by him. He's pretty unstoppable at this point. Epicenter.
Dire just fortified.
Now you have the option to stop it. Just mess around. Slap that tail to the ground.
I hate that.
Tower is under attack.
Because like for like 13 years, he could not do that. I'm suddenly editing and like everything.
Now it's different.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. Did Radiant's bottom
It's
tower
such a good change too. Like everybody hated that. Just oh, I misclicked.
Or like you go early on the blink.
Yeah. Although if you do that, you kind of deserve to get punished. Okay, so now they have Warlock Rock, Coil, and Snap Kisses in 10.
That could be a big team fight for T1.
Yeah, but they have to be also careful. Like the team fight of Neon is no joke. This Epicenter can cause a lot of damage, especially with a Snapfire. He didn't silence the Epicenter. Okay.
Yeah, so they're gonna get the kill here on a Zephyr. They'll look over at Carl. Dream Coil on a Bull. Willing to snap it, and Burrow Strike just comes up a little bit short, potentially getting that kill if that lands.
That was very close, and I'm really confused that the puck just tanking ult right next to him on a Snapfire. Could have potentially turned the fight around with Coil Snapfire ult. Yeah, didn't happen. Goodman is still pushing up bottom.
Not really getting touched at this point. I think they've kind of left Brood to get away with whatever at the moment.
The thing is, he's not really doing much at all. Like, he's controlling like 3 camps. He's not pressuring into 2 tower. I don't really think Neon cares about him at all right now. PA is farming away. 500 away from Battle Fury. He's very, very farmed.
Fair. I think that's fair.
That's also, of course, why level 25 Sanking gets the blind and slow talent, because you're in a sandstorm. Like, oh my god, where's all this sand?
I didn't know you could
And then
call it
Radiance
timeout.
2, oh, light and sand. I can't move.
Light and sand, I can't handle this.
Get me out of here. And then they buy an MKB and suddenly you don't care. What?
Radiant
Monkey
are scanning
King
for enemies.
I can now see. I'm actually wondering if he really goes for this. Because I feel that General is dead. That's what I feel.
Okay.
He died to
You can
spider
feel
lanes.
that.
At least
Dire's top
he killed all the
tower
spider
is
lanes. Like 50 of them.
Dire structures are
Dream
fortified.
Coil.
Onto Sanking.
With the kisses,
Wait,
but...
no sentry ward.
Okay. That's Coil and kisses down.
Where's the sentry ward if you plan this move? Like, he's gonna sandstorm, guys. It's his ability.
Makes no sense that they just didn't have the
Mirana?
sentry ready to go, and now Mirana caught Chaotic Offering. They kind of just walk into this.
He has Stampede, but he's super tanky. He doesn't even care.
A little bit too willing, I would say, to allow that to happen.
Yeah, they should now at least know that the ward is there. So it should be a D ward, but yeah, very half-hearted initiation here by T1. Sanking would have been a good kill.
And then from Neon, too, just to kind of wander there and have the Mirana die. Like, you knew that they were there, right? And they just kind of walked down the steps and Mirana was dead.
Makes you wonder now, like, who is this benefiting this just farm game? Because I feel this PA is getting away with a lot of farm.
About to have a BKB, and we were just at, what, 14 minutes saying, can't believe the Battle Fury's not finished yet, gets finished around 15?
Yeah, he is way too farmed for the state of this game. But he will be struggling a lot more. And they don't have the best heroes against PA at all with BKB. The Bola won't do anything. Koi won't do anything. PL Diffuser won't do anything. Like, they gotta kite her. But how do you kite her? Snapfire will die, and Warlock will die pretty easily too to her.
I'd like to see maybe a little bit more aggression from Yopaj.
He's been happy farming away. And I think they understand that PA is the strong timing with that BKB. And once the BKB is online, they can take pretty much any fight they want. Feel quite comfortable in doing so. He's actually still committing to the Radiance. Alright.
Sure.
I mean, he's farmed as hell.
Top of the net worth by a good margin.
Yeah, since the beginning of the game, pretty much. It's just the only reason I don't like Radiance. You know they're gonna build some sort of True Strike because they already have PA, so it makes Radiance worse.
A weaker purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, PL already at some point is gonna be planning to build that.
Radiant's top tower
But if you
is
get a good
under
timing with it, why not? Just not the biggest fan. I feel it could be much more utility.
Stampede and Shadow Amulet. White Mon getting caught. Arrow there with the Burrow Strike.
This game is really slow for an SEA game.
Yeah.
11 kills, 20 minutes. Usually we have like 40 by now.
Surprisingly slow. Not much going on except farming, which uncharacteristic of what we've seen throughout the season.
And again, I do think it benefits Neon for now. Like, to be able to threaten this PA, they need either Axe on Puck or MKB on PA. Oh, nice doppelganger dodge on the Sanking stun. Could have potentially been his death. Did he have a ward there, or did he just... Yeah, he had a ward.
But they're farming the jungle, even though Brood wants to be here.
Still a good dodge, but he's not a god. Yeah.
Could get there.
Could get. In time.
Yopaj going Yules. Okay. Do you think he should go like Yules Axe?
I think he just goes BKB instead of all these wonky items, and then he has the same timing as the PA. Then you can just force a Roche. Now there's a danger that he can potentially die.
Just get killed off right when he comes in, like we've seen a lot of Sand Kings have.
But his build allows him to be more annoying in team fights, gives him more utility, better setup. But so far, from the Brood, we haven't really seen much of anything.
Yeah, and I haven't seen Cuckoo really do the thing that old 11 does.
The stack up thing?
Stack the spiders, make them think, oh, just one spider. And then...
I mean, I just watched Liquid yesterday play Brood, and it's so different. Like, the understanding Team Liquid, and especially Koikwa have of that hero, is on a different level. You can just tell that Cuckoo is not playing a hero a whole lot.
Right.
Bottom tower is full health. He didn't touch it a single time. And now it's time to fight a Roche. Not an easy fight at all. And Centaur still has 4k net worth that he didn't spend. Because he's waiting for his relic.
Arrow strike stampede. Arrow comes in. Ice blast on the way, and it's not even needed. Use that 97 to the juice pull down on the 3. Kisses. Should be popped by Natsumi. Rolls into the air by Yopaj. So these kisses aren't really going to do a lot. Stifling dagger thrown over on a 23. They look over at Play Hard as they use those triple leaps to try and leave the Moonlight Shadow to escape. Another stifling dagger thrown away of Fuku. No
yung beef
return
with
here for
ano,
T1.
tawag dun, beef stir fry na merong ano, ceiling pare.
So that's going to slow down the Ags.
Oh, he's actually going Ags. Okay.
It feels
Ayan na.
a buyback from the Brood. You're usually expecting higher on the
Bell pepper lang.
impact. Buyback.
Tapos kailangan mo ng sesame seeds tsaka sesame oil.
If an enemy team threatens Roshan with not the quickest Roche lineup, and the bottom tier 2 tower is gone as he starts threatening base. He's just sitting middle, making it really easy for this Neon team to commit to Roche.
Bought the Sacred Relic.
Yeah, he's committing for Radiance. Like, Cuckoo actually needs to get back down there, start applying pressure. But he's just in the middle. He's like, alright, I'm here. I want to see his building damage. I think it's one of the lowest I've seen from the Brood in a long time. Probably like 1,500 or so.
All Brood took so far is the bottom tier 1, right?
Yeah.
CTM is...
He's filthy rich.
Yeah, and he's been pretty innovative with some heroes.
Yep.
I like to see things that are a little bit different in terms of builds.
I mean, it feels like this entire game will come down to
One
Savage as well as Carl.
Yeah. Ice Blast Carl. Spotted and drops down the Doom Coil. Ooh, arrow just not in time.
What's up?
A lot of space. And why am I saying it? Because Brood is itemizing in a way where I think she will be support. Like, what is this Aghanim Scepter for? They usually only have some items to threaten hero kills. Or when you get it really fast, as a mid-Brood, to threaten map dominance. But if you're in a position like this, where you can't really do anything as Brood, you want to have fighting items. Which Aghanim does not.
Standing dun sa ano,
Scared for T1.
all matches, DPC.
Just being stuck with like 3.
Ay, sa ano pala, sa compendium.
Yeah.
Makikita mo din yun.
Kisses. But Doom Coil on cooldown, and that's because of what happened over in the top lane.
Roshan is getting pretty low though, 2,000 health.
Ano dito?
Healing up the PA. But the Fatal Bonds cancel it immediately. And they're smoking up. They want to get a pick off potentially on the Brood, no buyback.
Real strike in onto the Snapfire. Arrow following it up. Hits while the Aeon Disc is on Zephyr. But the damage coming in from the Stifling Dagger as well as the kill there for CTM will secure an advantage for Neon. 5v4.
And now back to Roche.
Tangino, tinalo ng T1 yung Virtus Pro. Itong Virtus Pro, pag trial talaga ng TI, ang lakas.
Center and the Ice Blast coming in onto...
Wala na yung galit na bear nila, wala na.
Goes into the Glimmer Cape. They should be able to follow up. They've got the arrow and a right click from Natsumi. All that you need from a PA.
Yep, it's an Aegis on the PA now. When an enemy forces Roshan like that, the only play is you gotta split the map. It's just not happening. I really don't know why Cuckoo is so insistent of just sitting mid lane. He hasn't moved for like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. PA going Axe. Okay.
Ito, tingnan natin. Team Secret tsaka SG Esports.
It's good. Dispel Fatal Bonds. Decent.
Dire's
Of
top
course, you get a
tower
refresh on all your
is
cooldowns every time you kill someone, which you expect if you kill a Snapfire and Wallop probably pretty easily. If I got an A on this, so
Dire's top tower is
it
under
should be a bit harder to kill, but
Dire just
CTM's. He gets his heart. He's gonna be unkillable.
yeah, I mean, he's going full carry mode.
Dire's top tower
Pretty much like he had before the Major, like in Season 1. He would just offlane Rage King building into Might as Radiance. Offlane carry.
Let's go to the high ground.
He's really big.
He needs to stand here in front on T1. They're trying to do. They've got the silence on the Centaur. They're trying to get the damage here to get the kill, but the Ice Blast coming in. That'll split them up. Actually hits on a Carl, forces the Stampede. It's hard to do anything to CTM. He's his namesake right now. Can't touch me.
Can touch me, but cannot really hurt me.
No.
Do Radiant belong to their middle
It's
tower?
a chunky boy. Once the heart is online, what's he going to be sitting at? 4.3 or so K health. No problem. I still want to see him pick up the shot though. Like, it's so value on this hero.
Yeah.
Increase
So much strength by 15%.
Per stack, times 5. For 15
Carry
seconds.
nila si Matomba.
And it refreshes every time you use it.
So is it 15 of your original health, or is it 15 with the 15? So like on the second stack, is it now 15%?
No, it's just
with
75 from your...
Okay. Arrow comes in, hits onto the
it's a big
Snapfire,
one.
right click's coming through from Natsumu with BKBB pop. They'll go after this, but they've got that Glimmer Cape again.
He can be popped actually.
So PA may not be able to fight into this, and they're going to lose play hard because of that.
Okay, good play. Recognize that I believe Centaur to peek bottom. And they know Centaur's not here. Take the fight 4v5. And
Ayun na, ewan ko nila kung ano.
super good kill. Only is a poppy round, but better than nothing.
Yeah, better than not getting anything at all.
He's going nullifier on Phantom Lancer. Interesting. Why? Purchase the Crimson, I guess?
I don't have that answer for you.
Like you purchase the Crimson, sure, but is it worth 4.5k gold?
The pace of this game feels like it's going slow enough where we're going to see CTM get 25.
Jex thinks
And
Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall.
Do you just
So he's wrong.
get the Retaliate Aura?
It's good.
Yeah.
For your entire team. Helps a lot against PL. It's all based on his strength.
Stifling Dagger crits on Cuckoo. Ags finally picked up by Natsumi, but it's got to be delivered. Brutal Strike hits on a Carl. They've got the Ice Blast up. Banshees, the Fire Step Cookie, and the Chaotic Offering coming down onto two of the Fatal Bonds on a couple of these heroes. They're trying to get the kill onto Natsumi. They'll take up the Aegis for now. It's just one. Now Natsumi's going to jump in. Pops the Aeon Disc on Zephyr. Natsumi now dealing with that PKB. They've got the Epicenter as well as the Burrow Strike. They'll look to get the kill on a 23. The Dream Hose is going to be placed down on a Play Hard. They get the kill on a Jean Well. They'll take the Ancient Apparition, but the right clicks in on a 23. They'll take out this Phantom Lancer, lose Play Hard. It's a 2-for-1, but certainly one that's beneficial for Neon, killing off the PL.
Yeah, PL was the only hero they could not afford to lose in this kind of fight. He's really the only winning condition you have at this point. Puck is itemizing into a Dagon, so he will be dealing some damage soon. But as PA, you can just see with BKB he's untouchable. Jumps into the back lines, and there's absolutely no way for them to deal with him right now. Which again, I think is a bit surprising that Puck isn't going into the Aghanim Scepter.
So if you've got this Ags on PA, is it worth then getting Fan of Knives?
Manunod.
16% of the victim's max health on impact.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
And if it refreshes,
it could potentially be really good. It's just there's nothing really big to break. Like you can break the PL from making illusions, which is nice.
But that's the thing, is like the 16% of victims' max health and damage enough to justify 1,400 gold going that way.
I think they're just waiting for the second Roshan to give it to
And then
them.
you just give it, yeah.
Because they have the Ice Blast as well, so the percentage damages make a lot of sense. Like imagine somebody says 30%, get Ice Blasted, Fan of Knives, gone.
Yeah. I would say Shard on either PA or Centaur feels like the right choice.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been advocating for the Centaur shard, so.
Zephyr.
Ice Blast. He might just walk into this one. Yep.
Would have been dead either way. Both the cards are right on top of him.
Yeah, but this way Ancient Apparition's happier. Sure. He gets the kill.
Tong na tinamaan. Patay.
Give him the shard. Get that Ice Vortex
40
damage over time. Yeah.
Cancel playing. It's not bad.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Warlock is going Ag on Scepter. He is 1,000 gold away from
Dire's
that.
bottom tower is under
Now
attack.
we don't see a whole lot of Warlock, but
And
if
over
Warlock ever
here-
reaches 25, he is one of the scariest
Radiant's top tower.
late game heroes in Dota. You get a double rock with potential spell immunity or 25 armor, or now 20 armor against the PA. Gonna be tough to kill, and he's going to be dealing a
Dire's
ton of
turret
damage.
has been
Yeah. Especially if he ever gets a refresher or 4 golems, there's no way you fight that.
Top tower. About to
23 losing his courier.
Dire's
Centaur is unkillable. 50 damage.
Radiant's top tower is under
What a
attack.
power take. Now 50, 50.
Thank you, finally TPing back.
I mean, he has so much health regen on Centaur.
Radiant's top tower.
Like, they can't even damage him.
4,400 health.
Dire's
Yep.
bottom tower is falling.
What they need to do is get a good fatal bounce on him and a couple of teammates and just beat him to a pulp. And his team is over. You cannot touch the Centaur.
No, and he'll end up losing Whiteline, who stumbles around, I guess, trying to get something done. Coil down into play hard. He's hitting this pot. Mortimer's Kiss is coming through with the right push from Natsumi. Onto his through. Carl now dominating with that kill on a play hard. Ice Blast did land on a part that they can get the damage out there.
Go pot to
Catch
separate
him. And yeah, they're going to separate this team, but the right click's coming through. The chaotic offering comes down, and the Burrow trick away from Yopaj. He's trying to get out of dodge. The BKB and now Natsumi TPing out. He'll escape. So will the rest of the team. But that's not the way Neon wanted that fight to go. Carl gets in the face of one half of the team, and the other half focuses elsewhere.
Yeah. Warlock did have to buy back for this though, meaning his axe was set back quite a bit. And there was also slight misstep from the Warlock. He didn't wait for his BKB until he rocked, so yeah, PA gets 3 TP out. It's rough. If they kill the PA, there's a lot of potential for comeback. Because Roshan's up in a minute, he won't be there in time. Can potentially sneak that Roche away. And PA is not the only problem. The Centaur is. And Kaya now. He's going Bloodstone.
Okay.
Interesting. I was a big advocate for Kaya Saints on him. I think that's pretty good.
Burrow Strike coming through on a Zephyr. And Yopaj has that Psychic Headband to push him back into the rest of his team. But Carl kills down well while all that's going on. Hey, it takes a little while to kill Zephyr, but eventually it's a 1-for-1.
Support.
Now Cuckoo doing a little bit of pushing mid, but
Alright.
bottom tower still is on.
Yeah. This is definitely one of the least amounts of impact
Ang ina, ubos ang stock.
a long time. They have good heroes against it, namely tanking Centaur. Now PA with Bellafury also, of course, but he could have done a lot of damage early on.
PA trying to get that Abyssal, and Roche now up.
Warlock needs 800 gold. I would love it if they prioritize his Aghanim a little bit, because it's a big pickup for them. There's double golem, reduce a lot of damage, additional stun in team fights. One of the best axes in the game. Finished his Octarine core. More range, less cooldown. The usual bullshit. And he's itemizing into a Bloodstorm rather than MPP. I still hope he doesn't have a nullify. I still think it's not good. Doesn't help him with any problems he has.
They're in the Roche, they'll throw a Spiderling into the pit.
And the
And
shard.
Shard. if they don't get there in time. Both these heroes level 24 too on Neon. They're going to send the illusions forward again with the Spiderlings. Natsumi bailing from the pit for a second.
The Spiderlings are all burning.
I think they'd want to just go and get this Roche.
That's fair.
And he gets caught away from his team, but Carl coming around the back. They've got the chaotic offering. That's going to land on the 2, but the right click comes through, and the Zephyrs are getting the kill on the Snapfire. Right clicks, and he crits. No, not yet. He missed down. He missed it. 23. While this is going on, he's gone. Drops to CTM, and it's a botched initiation here from T1. They really wanted this, and they come away with nothing.
The PA should have died there, but the coil missed just on the edge. And the PA is dead. Maybe can force out a buyback there. Big misplace. T1, it might just be a Roshan. I don't think the PL wants to commit a buyback.
No.
Satanic picked up on the PA, so he's going to be way more survivable.
Now they have Retaliator. His Centaur from that fight gets 25.
This was, yeah, not at all what you were looking for if you're 2-1 here. The charge goes to
Marana?
I hope not. Who took it? AA has it. Give it to AA.
Let's go! Alright! I mean, not who I would have chosen, but as an AA player, you can't be too upset.
I mean, for the memes, I guess. But it's like so much better on Centaur.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they justify this decision.
Spell Prism? Did they just hand that over to CTM?
Why does Centaur have mana?
Why not?
True. If you're that rich. Puck is 25 now as well. So he will have the AoE warning rift in range.
Yes.
Like he can potentially deal a lot of damage to the team fight. But the Centaur is...
PH triple cycling dagger.
Carl going ham.
And by ham, you mean taking out 2,000 of Centaurs, 5,000 of mine.
It wasn't even him. He did like 500 of that.
Yeah.
Carl?
Minotaur Horn.
He has no
Stifling
patience.
dagger, and now might be in trouble. Yule's Burrow Strike doesn't land as the phase shift comes off cooldown. Ice Blast, though, does roll over Carl.
Touches him, so Blink will be disabled.
I would say at this point, do you want Cuckoo Bottom just pushing?
I want a Cuckoo Bottom pushing the entire game. I don't know why he's not doing it. Like, he's not doing anything in the base.
They jump in, Natsumi, going deep. He's got this Aegis to play with, but you don't want to just give away a life for free. This comes down, Dream Coil out, pops the Satanic back to full.
Also pops the BKB though.
That BKB is going to be on cooldown for another 70 seconds. Puck trying to go to the back lines. Gets Hex! They got the damage! And Carl's gone! I think the Hex surprised him.
Newly picked up from the tanking, so yep. And also DD will PA. Ice Blast connects on Cuckoo. PA could delete him with a good crit or two.
Carl has buyback. They're down 16k. They're just standing there. I mean, CTM is just able to stand there. Burrow Strike. Now the arrow. Thinking about the chaotic offering that gets dropped down. Double gold. They've got themselves the double gold. Doppelganger trying to turn this one out. They're down 20k. This would be a big comeback for them to have, but you got the Stampede. You land the Hex. You over 23. Gets the Doppelganger off once again. Carl lands from steal from Natsumi. Now pops the Minotaur Horn once again. They finally get the kill to play hard, but they end up losing 23. He's got himself buyback. Right click's coming in on a white line. He'll save himself with the Glimmer Cave. Gets up onto the high ground. Elude death for a moment.
Oh, I have to be so careful here. Blink Hex is up again. They have a buyback on Savage, but he's not really impactful in any of the fights. He doesn't do any damage. Won't be surprised if we mount a comeback here. Right, look at the Centaur damage. Filthy. Disgusting.
Aray, puta, bastos.
Vandal's Arcane Boots. Now he's got that Bloodstone, Lotus Orb, Crimson, Radiance, Mark. as well as that pipe. Not even holding it back. Info comes out through the Yopaj. They've got the silence on Natsumi. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in. Arrow, they're going to land that on the Carlo Puff. The Minotaur Lord. They're going to be flash flying into the Moonlight Shadow. They need the vision to try and go for this, but even with the jump forward, they don't get much from it. Scatter Blast, Natsumi getting a little bit low, but he's got that engine to play with. Satanic of the BKB once again. Gets banished out of the Carlo. Snipeling Dagger comes through into 23. They get the kill on the Fatal Lancer. He doesn't have 5 back anymore. The Burrow Strike lands on a Cuckoo. Again, Zephyr comes in for the save, but it's not going to matter. He can't save this game. And, well, Neon will take game number 1.
Yep. A little bit of a coin flip here. Which do you want to get? Oh, got the called one. And I'm really gonna say no more Brood 41. This, he did not look comfortable at all. I feel like
Alright. Huwag ka dyan humiga.
it's your turn to ban. Five seconds.
Michael Maiden the Butcher.
Prepare for battle.
Heading out. Yeah. Here I come.
Score.
Oh, yes. Whatever. Forward!
I didn't know you could call a timeout for more.
Huh. Waiting in.
Let's just skip the 30 seconds and get started. I have a pretty good idea how this will all turn out. You'll have to wait and see.
Right. Eh. Huh. Right. Ah, good idea. You won't feel a thing. We'll devour you. Right to it. Coming through. No. Reel 'em in. Cut to the chase. Yes. Oh, yes! Hi, hi! You got it. Yep. Right. Carnage! Oh, yes! It's cleaver time! You're mincemeat now! Heading out.
First blood!
Ha ha ha! First blood is a knight's great honor. Here I come. Get some. Yeah. Hi, hi. The punch. I'll bring the sword to the land. I need to sharpen my cutlery anyway. Yep. Good idea. Waiting in. Right. This edge is nice and sharp. Oh, yes! You got it. Forward! Right to it! Time for a little butchery! Whatever. Missing top! Coming through! Missing bottom! Oh, yes! Yes! Ah, good idea. Uh-huh. Ah, yes. Huh. Mission top! What mission top? Top attack! Smell.
Defend your top tower. You're right, Rex. They really should do something about
Coming
that.
through.
Double damage!
Yeah! Right. Ah, yes! Heading out. Here I come.
Forget it.
Hi, hi. Missile! You got me. Yep. Whatever. Right to it. Right. I'll take your tribute. Clear the chopping block. There. Yes. Chop, chop. Ah, yes. Here I come. And now. Uh-huh. I just cut your losses. Good idea. Never happen again. Right. Waiting in. Mission top! This edge is nice and sharp. Right. Huh. Uh-huh. Mission top! Mission!
So, what are your feelings about having a top tower?
None as quiet as the dead. Coming through. You've got him. Oops, was that me? Yes!
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Beg me. You can't kick me down. Whatever. Oh, yes. No. Forward!
Denied.
Right to it!
Take a look at your bottom tower.
Hi, hi!
Defend your top tower. Radiant structures are fortified. Dominating!
Even mountains to dust.
Mega kill! Your top tower is under attack.
I'll do the same for you.
Your top tower is under attack.
Fresh chance!
Killing spree!
Finish it.
Your top tower is under attack.
Right.
Defend your bottom tower. Looks like the end of a beautiful friendship. Your bottom tower is Radiant courier is dead. Just for removals.
You myself lost.
It's all fun and games till someone gets it.
Coming through.
Killing spree! Double kill! Your middle tower is under attack.
Sharp.
Dominating!
Forward. Fill your lungs up. You've got it. Head now.
The enemy's middle tower has been denied. For once, words fail me.
Whatever. Oi! Waiting in. I'll bring the sword to the land. I'm gonna need bigger paints. Right. Yeah.
Dire's courier has been killed. Ooh, I love a good courier. Radiant just fortified.
Good idea. Smell fresh air. Yep. Yes! Oh, yes! Yes.
Your middle tower has fallen. I guess it was inevitable. You know that all-important middle tower of yours? Yeah, it's in. Oof, that kind of failure stings, doesn't it? You realize our middle tower is under attack?
Forward!
This will come in handy.
Right.
Their top tower has been denied.
Here I come! Oh, yes.
Hey, take a look at your bottom tower.
Right to it! Hi, hi!
Yun, no? Sakit. Nakakad. Sakit nung takbo siya eh.
Ang hirap talaga. Silence.
Malakas na yun. Same na same. Direct kanan yan. Overwhelming. Hindi, kuha ka muna ng dagger.
Dagger ko
Para may pang kagat ka. Kulit talaga.
Kaya kailangan may dala kang sentry.
Bakit nagbabounce na yung trap niya? Naka-charge doon na. Charge doon. Oh?
Time to go.
Lumulunod na. Pinahina kasi yung shuriken toss.
Bakit?
Life to the fates.
Oh! Kagat! Nice.
Another blow.
Ay, puto na.
Boy. Sakit ng third skip. Ang galat na yun. Wala na ko yun.
Smell refreshing.
Ronder nasa top.
Chop it, chop.
Let's hope that doesn't happen again.
True friend. Yes!
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Sekundaras. Bakit wala?
Grabe na.
Gaan ka. Patay doon. Mag-handbird.
Coming through. Smell.
Mag-handbird Puro miss ako eh. Hindi mag-handbird. Matalis mo na ito.
Attack. Forward.
Hindi ka SB na.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah. Right to it.
Takang chrono.
Sino? May dagger ka na ba? Malapit na ako.
Hi, hi. What's happening?
SB nasa top SB nandito.
Head now.
Nagbibigay dito ang SB na.
Yeah, that's a bit of all right. Coming through. Yes.
Missing us Ben.
Yes.
Oo, parang hindi makaporma yung ano.
Good idea.
Hindi na nalagyan na ng dyan.
Here I come. Right. Waiting in. Heading out. Right.
BKB rin ako.
I'm open all night. Yeah. Lovely. Skinny for that. Fresh toast. Whatever. Right to it.
Tagal, resume yun na.
Let's hope that doesn't happen again.
Paper time! I need a new pair of pants. Right. Yep. Yes!
Yun o. Ano na. Taga-taga ingat pre. Dami.
Nice try.
Yun o. Tatlo dito, apat ha.
What more stones?
Ito sa akin.
So, what are you going to do now? Radiant carry.
Ayun, nandito pa yan.
Strange. It's somehow less than
To.
Ah, dapat tinry mo kahit isang ano lang.
Waiting in. You got it.
Pagbungo na ako ng BKB. Parang hindi ako na-installan. Saan ba to? TPS din.
Oo.
Pwede to. Nasa BKB na to.
Wala na, nandyan na yan eh.
You won't feel the pain.
Ano na, saan na?
Ay, sir. Hindi naman yung tanong sinend ko kung okay na. Okay. Double.
Masyadong maliit yung yung DDB. Hindi kita yung mga picture. Dapat yung yung shaman, yung tatlo sa taas, tatlo sa gitna, tatlo sa
Defend your bottom tower.
Bali siyam to eh.
Po kasi sir eh.
Ay hindi, wag niyo isasama yung pylon. Wag mo isama yung pylon tower. DDB lang. Try mo lang ha, thank you.
Right. Whatever.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Yes! Hi, hi! You've got more pie! Yes!
Pandasta, ay pando. Pang smoke tayo.
Coming through! Yeah. Heading out. Right.
Mag-smoke sila.
Yes!
Ayun kayo.
Forward!
Shit! Patay.
Tae, tulungan niyo ako kung nahanap na isben.
A new age begins! Get over it!
Sabi, pwede ako.
Ano ka nga yun? Ako na nakakasap eh.
Tara, rekta natin.
Yes.
Nananakit siya eh. So, hindi kasi ako bumuha ng pantakas eh. Damage talaga binuha ko.
Nesos ako ah.
Radiant just for
Here I come!
Ayos. Yan o. Nice. Isa pa. Mataas ba yun?
Tara.
Good idea.
the enemy's top tower is falling.
Yeah.
Wala, MP lang yun, tsaka silencer.
Yes!
Parang still ah.
Double kill.
Bak na Mikael, wala kaming skill. Silence ka na.
I'm not ready yet.
Bak na muna to.
Right.
Baka dito yung gunda.
Here I come!
ASUS.
Forward!
Ba't kasi pinasok na sa dito?
Head now. Yes. Right to it. Right. Yes. I will devour you. Coming through.
Hindi ka nag-aaras.
Hi, hi.
Ba't pinapost?
Break time's over, Jax.
Lost. Smell the fish. Right. My choppers are looking. There's a bit of visibility
Wala, nanakawan pa.
coming through.
Dapat pala binate out ko yun.
Apat.
Good idea. Heading out. Forward. I'm open all night. Right. Oh, yes! Hi, hi! Oops, what's happening? Oh, yes! Oh, yes.
Ayun o, di na. Di ka pa nag-scan na agad.
Hindi, sayang eh.
Sayang, masayang matay ka.
Hindi, nakasahan na rin ako ng third skill eh.
No, mahirapan tayo. Ano ito? Tayo natin si Boyd.
Defend your top tower. Yes, Jax, I know top tower was your favorite.
Huwag mo ihok ng ganong tatakbo ka. Kasi nilalapit mo sa atin.
Yes!
Ano, nag-RS sila.
Yeah.
Rashawn has fallen to the ring.
Immortality!
Papunta sa'yo oh.
I'll take a bloody creeps.
Ito sila sa baba.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is falling. Yes, Jax. We could have done it.
Hey, really go. Kita niyo ba yun? Dinadge ko si Maki eh. Hirap. Kaprono ako sa base.
Tandaan mo kapag support ka, di baling ikaw mamatay kaysa sa carry. Legit na yan, subok na.
Uy, yung sirain yung wags mo. Maganda tong Witch Bay, no? Para kapag may tinrock sa atin.
Kailangan ko pang damage na.
And here's
Like Radiant, close the blast doors.
Buhay na sila, ah.
Basta hindi lang ako malapitan ng...
Basta hindi ka lang malapitan ng SB.
Oo.
Ako may ASUS, ah.
Siyempre. Oh, ito na.
Head now. Got it. Yes. Regeneration.
Doon pa rin ba?
Your time. Yes.
Ano gagawin ko lang? Ah, syempre. May iba kong bang gagawin ko?
Good idea.
Eh kasi natanong niya ako ng obvious na sagutan eh. Ano ba bang gagawin mo sa action?
Forward.
Ayang.
May pangkagat ka?
Wala pa lang kasama yun.
Right.
Baka may words dito.
Nag-back yung SB na.
Face forward.
Wala yung taga-scout niya eh.
Lightning. Time flows. Hi, hi. My path unspoons. In a Yes.
Nakaan nga ano ha. Go scepter. Silencer.
Yan na yung...
Good idea.
Tagal pa na yung access ko.
Take a
Dito kami sa top ha.
Here I come.
You've destroyed the
Enemy's
enemy's
top
top
tower
tower.
has fallen.
Parang matihan lang pala. Ay, hindi 10k ha.
Time
blows.
Head now.
Guard portents ahead.
Bakit?
Hi, hi.
May oras kasi na may hina ang kalaban. Umaga, mga madaling araw, ganyan.
Right to it.
Mismo kayo.
Got it.
Ay, da. Mismo. Ayos ba no?
Waiting in.
It shall be.
Tara ka.
Ano to?
Forward.
Ang tanggal ng ano?
An illusion. Yeah.
Malayo naman yung spell.
Ayan, tanggal na.
Yes.
Ah, negative status. Gusto ko. MK oh.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sorry. Ako, na-track ako. Sige.
Kailan ba iba? Esos ako ah.
Defend
Ito.
your middle tower.
To attack, boss.
Ito.
This is what I came for. Double kill.
Ako, na-silence ako ah. May isben pa, tsaka ano ha, ingat. Wala kang buyback boy ha.
This will come
Yeah.
in handy.
Itong
Road to oblivion.
parang matihan tong laban natin ah.
I go.
Tingnan ko to ah.
Coming through. Your mincemeat now. Delicious. Heading out.
Truck ako Punta sa akin Mas Ben nandito sa top. Mas Ben, pwede to.
Yes. Pama-silence ka dyan.
Doon ko lang sa mga open.
Good idea.
Tayo.
Here I come.
Sa babayan kay...
Coming through. Smell.
Kesa sa... Mas Ben, no?
Oh, yes.
Pwede yan, kung makapasukan mo is Ben.
Nakatrack ako.
Andyan yan, pa ano.
Right to it.
Nag-ano siya ano. Hindi mo sinot yung Witch Ben.
Right. Forward.
Wag, level 30 na ako. Ano na, 6 sharp nail charge plus ano pa.
100 ah.
It shall be.
Mas Ben, no?
Whatever. The march of time. Waiting. Yes.
Layo lang kayo sa akin.
Heading out.
100 dito ah.
The word.
It's time. Double damage.
Travis.
Bakit may words dyan?
Mas Ben, nasa top ah. Kunin mo to, Mix. Ano? Nakalotos orb. Ay, ano?
Ay! Ano yung ano natin dun?
Radiant killed her son.
Another
Sorry,
chance
Jax,
to
I
keep
don't know if the
the
stories are true. Your middle tower is under attack.
Please.
Your middle tower.
Back at the shooting gallery.
You realize your middle tower is under attack? Dire
Bago
just
to nila.
supplies. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower. Middle barracks under attack. Middle barracks just a minute. Your middle barracks has fallen.
Wait lang. Ingat ha, nag-ano ako nag-bump.
The way this works.
good idea. Oh, I need a new pair of pants. Right.
Ayun, bis.
Coming through. Whatever. Right. I'll take your tribute.
Paano naka... Alam ko hindi eh.
Yes! Right to it!
Road.
You go. Forward! Under attack! Here I come!
Radiant just fortified.
Good idea.
The march of time.
Yes!
It shall.
Forward!
Tower is under attack.
Ikan mo.
Ito yung...
Silence is broken.
Ay, pa-help!
Ito.
Eh?
Dominate. Double kill.
Ano ako nag-isip?
Triple kill. Your top barracks are under attack.
Ay, sa Pinoy, hindi ko mahalo.
Oh, this is what I came for. Top barracks is gone. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
Dead. Namatay. Wato di.
Ito yung sentry.
Asan?
Oh, your middle tower was an important one. Defending.
Yung Sven!
Your ancient killer is free.
Yan yung silencer ah.
The dire gates are destroyed. Dire structures are fortified.
Aw, sayang. Isang rank na lang eh.
Arcon 2.
Ah, Next time.
Sige, bukas na lang.
Ako din.
Ingat.
Nice game. Public.